doing either the Pledge of Allegiance or the National Anthem. That will be coming up, and then we will bring you kickoff of game number 2 here at Memorial Stadium Friday night under the lights.
Can't beat it.
You cannot beat it, and you hear some clapping in front of us. And so with the we're in a different phase in the COVID restrictions, and so a limited number of parents and family members in the stands. We have probably about 20 or so Ballard families in front of us, and a total of 20 people, not 20 families. And they're here cheering on their team. And likewise, as I'm looking across the field from us in the stands on Garfield side, they likewise have a small group of fans. But if you weren't able to make it out, obviously you can catch it right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, and you can see the video. Go to either YouTube or Facebook Live or Twitch. You can see the video of the game right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And, of course, here Edwin and myself, our call. Edwin, he of Seahawks legendary fame. Yes, indeed.
What can I say?
Hey, man, I've said it all, baby. And so the Ballard Beavers lining it up on the 40-yard line. They will kick off, and they'll be kicking from our left to right, kicking to the Bulldogs. And Edwin, I expect an exciting game here. 2 of the elite teams in the Metro League, and even though Garfield is 1-2, Ballard 2-1, these are 2 of the better teams in the league. The kick, it is a squibber, hits down on the 20, and is going to be fielded at about the 12-yard line. And I believe that is number 9, Reggie Witherspoon Jr., or the 3rd, I should say. And that's the coach's son, and he takes it all the way out almost to the midfield. And Reggie Witherspoon the 3rd with an electrifying kickoff return.
Wow.
Edwin, the young freshman.
I didn't know that there was a young Reggie Witherspoon.
Yeah, that is Witherspoon the 3rd.
The 3rd.
And just for perspective, he is a student at Seattle Academy. We do not have a football team, and so you can play for your area Seattle Public School. And so obviously his dad, the coach here at Garfield, and his grandfather, Bishop Witherspoon, is a Garfield alum. And so
yes, sir.
Young Mr. Witherspoon giving the Bulldogs a great field position. They start out on the 48-yard line, just a couple yards shy of midfield.
That young man has a divine right.
Yes, yes, indeed. And so quarterback E.J. Kamenon is in the gun. He's got 1 back behind him, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and the handoff, and that is a big man right up front. Before I tell you what, Edwin, that is Quentin Jordan, and he is met by a host of Ballard Beavers, but he's still with that's a big young man, and he moves it forward across midfield, about a 3-yard pickup to the 49.
Rick, I hadn't heard that since WSOK in Savannah, Georgia. A host of Wolverine.
Yeah, baby. All right, and so the Bulldogs will have second, and I'll call a long 7, short 8. The nose of the football just shy of the Ballard 49-yard line. Kamenon. And now there's a pre-snap flag, and I don't know if there's movement on the defensive end. I see a couple of Garfield players clapping their hands, and it looks, yes, it will go against the Beavers.
I'll really be very happy when they take that out of high school football.
Yeah, and that you're just meaning the defensive line. Let them move as long as they don't make contact.
Don't make contact.
Get back.
Okay,
yeah. So rushing onto the field now for Ballard's number 34, Milan Bailey, the junior linebacker.
Oh, I like him.
The way he hustled out there.
Yeah.
And so Kamenon has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Hand off to Quentin Jordan. Jordan's got some room on the outside. He's got a block, and he's going to be, a great tackle coming up.
Yes,
Edwin, looking at the number, I want to say that's 14 or 24. Give me a second here. I want to say that was David Waters that came up for the tackle, and Jordan had some room, but took it all the way down to the 41-yard line.
That's number 14 out there, Rick.
Yeah, okay. So that was it. David Waters with the tackle for the Beavers, but Jordan took it down to the Ballard 41-yard line. So the Bulldogs 1st and 10 on the Ballard 41-yard line. First drive of the game, and the Bulldogs trying to make something of it. Jordan eludes one tackler in the backfield, breaks another tackle, powers his way over the 40-yard line down to about the 38. I'm going to give him 3 yards there, Edwin, and that was all Quentin Jordan.
Yeah, that's all him there.
And if you remember the first game of the season that we covered, Quentin Jordan caught that short pass and electrifying about a 60-yard touchdown to win the ball game for the Bulldogs. And they have him at running back tonight. And he can play. They got him listed as a, wing back, a linebacker, running back. In other words, a man that can do it all.
A do-it-all guy. I'll tell you what, Garfield is playing with a different type of energy tonight.
Yeah, they really are. So the ball is in the middle of the field, in between the hash marks. You've got 2 receivers. And they got a false start there on Garfield. Michael Montgomery, number 45, the sophomore, a little anxious. He's in the pattern there. Coach Witherspoon actually made a change on the roster. Montgomery was number 50, and he told me, he said, hey, Rick, we're going to change. He's going to be playing tight end for us. So he's lining up at number 45 tonight. A little anxious. Maybe he was getting the ball that time, Edwin.
A little anxious.
And he took off. And also, I want to share with our fans, and I just really appreciate Coach Witherspoon for the Bulldogs and Coach Ross Humphreys for Ballard getting us the rosters and information. Now, listen, Ross Humphreys, his coaching staff, they took over the program in 2016, and prior to 2016, Ballard only had 1 year with a team GPA of 3.0 or higher. And listen to this. Since he's taken over his first year at 2016, they were 3.12. 2017, 3.29, 2018, 3.31, last year, or 2 years ago, 2019, actually that was last year, 2019, 3.22, and then this year, 3.16. So a team GPA of over 3 points all 5 years that Coach Humphreys has been here, and they're just doing a phenomenal job, and their program mantra is, you can count on me. I love that, Edwin.
Hey, that means something good going on over there.
Yeah, it does. And the pass on the outside to Finn Scully. Scully's got some room. He's got the first down and then some. And
that's no tough running ball with Scully right there.
Yeah, so coming on the quick out on the left sideline, and Scully takes it down. They're going to mark him at looks like the 27-yard line. So Garfield, after a great kickoff return by Reggie Witherspoon III, taking it out to the 48-yard line, the Bulldogs taking advantage of that great field position. And they now have it 1st and 10 on the Beavers' 27-yard line. 9:04 left to play here at the start of the ball game. Game number 2, we're bringing you live from Memorial Stadium. I'm Rick Dupree along with Edwin Bailey. We've got Daniel B., Taylor Kareen, Tony B. We've got all the team here. We've got some cameras on the ground level, so we're bringing it to you right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Cameron looking back, looking to his right, scrambling. He's got a receiver and just a little outside, and that was he's looking for Eugene Brown. Eugene could not pull it in. There's a flag on the play, though, Edwin.
He's got to put that ball on him, and he's got to get that ball out of his hand a whole lot quicker.
Yeah.
Or he's going to run that receiver right into a safety that's sitting there.
Yeah. So he kind of, you see, got to put the ball on him. And for those of you listening, not watching, the pass was, he just let him a little bit too much and it was a little bit low. And he was open, he being Eugene Brown, in a situation like that, when you're saying you just got to put it on him,
right? You got to put it on him. You got to get it out of his hand right now.
So that is a penalty on the Bulldogs. I believe a holding penalty. So it's going to bring the ball back to the 39-yard line. And Edwin, and from the spot of the foul, I think the line of scrimmage was the 27. So it's going to be 1st and 22 if my math is accurate.
Well, let me see. My ciphering ain't as good as yours.
Well, all I can say is, God rest her soul, my mother, Winnie Dupree, would be proud of me because she was a numbers wizard. She didn't use a calculator, and she used to look at me, and she could just rattle off numbers, like at the snap of a finger.
Sure.
She was something special. So a timeout on the field, 8:41 left to go. No score in the first quarter. And Garfield and Ballard, the Bulldogs, on the first drive, they received the kick and are trying to take advantage of great field position. And if you just joined us, you missed a great game in the first of our doubleheader here at Memorial Stadium. Ingraham Rams, winner over Lincoln by a score of 14-0.
Boy, they got a waitress bringing their drinks out of the field. What in the world?
Well, it's a little different.
A little different than I know.
Yeah, a little different here.
Hey, Rick. That ain't Kitty Boo or Pappy Johnson down at Tompkins High School.
Oh no,
they're bringing some Gatorade out there that they done drank half of it.
Yeah, well, it ain't like my coach John Zank. He's out there, bite the bullet, Dupree. What are you doing? Okay, so the Bulldogs 1st and 22 on the 39-yard line. And the handoff inside, and I believe that is Mr. Jordan, Quentin Jordan on the left side, bulling his way and just running over a defensive back, and is finally brought down at about the 31-yard line. And Quentin Jordan is a load, Edwin. Yeah. That is a big young man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his lower body. He is well put together.
I'm looking over here at that Garfield offensive line. They got a couple of pit bulls out there.
Getting it done, huh? So that will make it a 2nd and 13. So pickup of about 9 yards to the 31-yard line. Quarterback E.J. Cameron's got 2 receivers to his right, tight end on his left, and now a back in kind of motion. Now he's looking to his right. He's under pressure, but eluding the pressure. And he's got a receiver in his hands and just can't hold on. That was Uriah Gibbons. And Gibbons was the man kind of in a little bit of a motion. Then he went in the flats there. And coming on a good pass, put it on him. And Gibbons just couldn't pull it in.
I think the quarterback got hit. Unnecessary roughness.
All right. Yep. You called it, Edwin. So flag. So that's going to give the Bulldogs, who would have been a 3rd and 13 on the 31. That's going to give them a first down. Automatic first down. And let's see.
Gonna give them 15, right?
Yeah. I think so. That would put the ball down around the 15-yard line. Let's see where. Depends on where the spot, maybe the 20, because the flag is on about the 36-yard line. So if they march it off from there, actually, look, he's marching it off from the line of scrimmage from the 31. So let's see, he's going down 10. Yeah, 15 yards, Edwin. He's taking it all the way down. 15 yards to the 16-yard line. Yep. So with that roughing the passer, Bulldogs, a big break there because it would have been 3rd and 13. They get the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Ballard 16-yard line. 7:48 left to play here in the first quarter. No score. This is the opening drive, and the Bulldogs taking advantage of a great kickoff return by the coach's son, Reggie Witherspoon III. Took it out to the 48-yard line. Bulldogs taking advantage of it, Edmund.
Yeah.
So ball's on the right hash, 2 receivers to the left, but it doesn't matter. Handoff to Quentin Jordan. Jordan on the right side eludes one tackler and is going to fall forward close to the 10-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Actually looks like maybe the 12, just shy of the 12-yard line. So a pickup of about 3, maybe, about 3 yards.
Jordan is a pretty good running back.
Yeah, he is. I mean, what I like is he's getting positive yards, and even when he's eluding the tacklers, if there's somebody that's breaking through the line of scrimmage. And now Kamenon under the center, and again, handoff to Jordan on the right side. He's got a big hole. He cuts through one, breaks the tackle, breaks it down. Quinn, touchdown. Quentin Jordan takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That was about to happen.
Yes, indeed. Quentin Jordan made him pay. I tell you what, Edwin, they were trying to tackle him around the thighs, and he was just throwing tacklers off. Broke a couple tackles, the last one at about the 4-yard line, and then went in untouched from that point to give the Bulldogs a 6-0 lead. So an impressive opening drive by Garfield.
I tell you what, last week I gave the whole offensive line the belly bumpers of the game. I might have to do that again for Garfield offensive line the way they're rolling off that football.
Yeah, you did that for O'Day, and yeah, so far, let's see if they can have a high snap. But I tell you what, a great job. And that was, number 17, Finn Scully. Finn Scully brought it down, and the extra point was up and good.
He got that ball down.
Marcus and Merkelbach. But yeah, you're right. Finn Scully did a great job at pulling that high snap down. So with 7:05 left to play in the first quarter here, the Bulldogs strike first, and they lead it 7-0. Great opening drive, and so they will kick off. And the Beavers now, with almost half of the quarter gone, Edwin will get the ball for the first time. Edwin, I also, like I said, I appreciate information that Coach Ross Humphrey sent us. And they've got a few players here that are looking, at some players. So they've got Nolan Iwalako who has committed to San Diego State University. Also, Kalen Johnson going to Simon Fraser. And Coach Humphrey says he expects 3 or 4 more of his players to commit to colleges after the season. And their quarterback, Ryan Blocker, is in his 4th season as a starter. Wow. And so they've have created just a great program here. And one of the things he says, our goal is to develop young men and women that are dependable, add value to the people in their lives and their community. And again, it's so much more than just a game. And what you learn, you and I are the products of, just having great mentors and teamwork.
Well, my personal favorite is Calvin Barnes.
And Calvin Barnes was?
Yeah, Calvin Barnes is a young man he's injured right now. Has some teeth pulled. So I've been watching him for the last couple of years. And I'm excited about him going into his senior year.
So Calvin Barnes Jr. is senior here at Garfield High School and was up pregame having a conversation with us. And he's a kid who, Edwin, correct me if I'm wrong, looking at some HBCUs potentially, right?
Yeah. And I got a couple of the HBCUs looking at him.
Yes, sir.
So, like I told you, the most important thing is just getting him in the school.
Yeah.
And academically, I know he's sound. He's a good character kid. He's somebody that we all going to be proud of here in Seattle.
Absolutely. So the Beavers take over first and 10 and return out to the 26-yard line. 6:54 left to play, trailing 7-0 here at Memorial Stadium. And the quarterback Ryan Blocker, the senior, parking the signals, empty backfield, 3 receivers to his left. He's looking to his left under pressure, and he's eluding the pressure, scrambling to his left. He's got a receiver.
Wow.
And a good job there. And
he put that ball right on him, didn't he, Rick?
He did, and I believe that was number 80, Tim Gaston, the tight end. A little bit difficult to read the Ballard numbers. They're outlined in white, but the black uniforms and the numbers are just outlined in white. And, between Edwin and I, we got about 110 years of so the eyes playing tricks on you. Actually, Edwin, I think we got, 120 years between us. But anyway.
My eyesight been gone. I do everything by feel now.
Yeah. Blocker with 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right, looking to his right, and a little high, but he's got his tight end again. That is Tim Gaston.
That was a pretty good pass by the quarterback.
Yeah, it really was. So Tim Gaston, it was high, and only where Gaston could get it. Gaston a pickup of about 7 yards, Edwin, I believe, maybe 8.
Yeah, he threw it over one and under the other.
The first down play, they got a first down, and then this play out about 8 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 2, balls at the 43-yard line. Blocker quick out, and that is to Kalen Johnson. And nothing doing there to Kalen Johnson, coming up to number 13, Dean Dukes, and I believe number 11 as well, Yamani Howe, and they put a stop on it.
They came to the party, as they would say.
And that was a loss of 1, so back to the 42. So it'll be 3rd and 4 to go for Ballard. We've got to get out to about the 46-yard line. Excuse me. Blocker with 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Short looking down the middle. And a little bit high, overthrown. Oh. He had a receiver open.
Yeah, he went to the right receiver. He just overthrew him.
Yep, that was the Nolan Awalako. And Awalako, again, is a young man that is going to be on his way to San Diego State University. Wow. So he was open, but quarterback Ryan Blocker just a little bit high. So that's going to make it 4th down. Let's see what Coach Humphreys and his staff decide to do. It looks like Edwin, they may be going for it.
Well, that's been the theme of the night, Rick. Everybody in the first game, they was going for it, man. You got
And now with 6 seconds on the play clock, the Beavers call timeout. So it's going to be 4th and 4. The ball's on the 42-yard line. They've got to get out to the 46-yard line. They're on their own 42-yard line. I'm not sure, Edwin. I mean, it's early in the game. You're trailing 7-0. I think I would play field possession, if you will, yes, and punt the ball.
Yes.
And get it on Garfield's side of the ball, then rely on my defense to get a stop in there. But hey, you know what? I'm here in the stands. I'm not on the sideline.
That's why me and you sitting up here. Right?
There you go.
I know something different out down there on their sideline because they got coaches down in short point.
Well, you know what?
That's a different breed of cat down there now.
Edwin, let me tell you something, man. Now, I'm only doing this one game. I'm not here for the doubleheader like you, but I got my tights on, 2 pairs of socks, and I had to pull out this big old down jacket. This jacket I got for the trip to Yukon. I'm like, you know what? I'm just sitting there for 3 hours. I ain't gonna be cold.
Danny showed me last week. I brought me a blanket.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm checking you out.
I'm covered up in a blanket, a hat,
Yes, sir.
and got me a hot water bottle up under my jacket. I went straight old school on it.
Yeah, well, I went and got your box of hand warmers from Costco. I got them in my pockets
I
here.
got mine that you gave me.
Okay, there you go. And so, with 5:41 to go in the first quarter, Ballard 4th and 4 on their own 42-yard line. It looks like three receivers to the left, one to the right, running back. And blocker. Oh, and he's got a receiver. It's going to be a first down. A great play, Lauren. Just a quick, Edwin, just a quick slant. And still on his feet. That's number 11, Nolan Awalico. And Awalico is still on his feet. And the pile moving forward past the 35-yard line. A big pickup there, Edwin, of about 23 yards. And I took great play call. And I tell you what, I stand corrected. I said I may have punted it, but I tell you, they must have seen something. And they just had Awalico, and he just did a quick slant, and it was open.
Didn't know they had him in the backfield.
Yeah, Brian Blocker put it on him. So the handoff, and that is, I believe, number 10, Kalen Johnson. And Johnson paddling his way all the way down to about the 30-yard. I checked that. I'm sorry. That was number 20, Sam Crocker, junior running back, 5'10", 205. And he takes it down to the 30-yard line. So pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards.
He's a good-looking kid, too.
And we got a pre-snap flag, and I think it may have been delay of game. Nope. Movement on the defensive side of the ball, Edwin. Yeah.
I'm looking at my boy Tyler Ernest. I see him already got the game on. My brother.
And so with the offsides on the defense, that's going to make it second and about 1, maybe 2 yards to go for Ballard at the 25-yard line.
Tyler Ernest, Tony B says hello. He showed me. Tell my mom and dad I said hi.
And blocker quick out to a receiver. Receiver breaks one tackle, breaks another. He's still on his feet inside the 20, inside the 15. That's going to be a first down. And Edwin, I believe that was number 18, Jack McLaughlin.
Hey, Rick. Ballard got a different kind of toughness.
Yeah, they really do.
You know?
So Ballard, after Garfield ate up almost half of the first quarter with a great drive to score to lead at 7-0. Ballard returning the favor, and the handoff inside, that is number 20, Sam Crocker, and Crocker's got some room, and he's going to have a short pickup.
Well, I think that speaks volumes about both of these teams' offensive line.
Yeah, they are. They're creating some holes there.
They're knocking holes open, and these guys are fighting for extra yardage. Good old football.
And Crocker, it looks like maybe I'm seeing where they spotted maybe a yard, so not a lot there. Looked like he had maybe some running room, but Garfield defense closed in quickly and held him to about a yard gain. So
coming your way, Q. Coming your way.
About the 12-yard line, it'd be 2nd and 9 for Ballard, trying to get in, trailing 7-0 with 3:35 left to go here in the first quarter. And Blocker looking to his right, and good hit coming up. And I believe that is number 17 for the Bulldogs, Finn Scully. And Scully coming up on the receiver quickly, making sure it was a short gain. So it was a quick out, Edwin. And Garfield, Finn Scully read that beautifully and came up in maybe about a 3-yard gain. So it's going to be a 3rd and 6 with the ball right about just inside the 10-yard line.
Hey, that receiver took a tough hit and got right up.
Yeah. And he got hit quickly, held on to the ball, and got some positive yards there.
And it took 3 of them.
Yeah, to bring him down. Finn Scully there was the first guy.
Good job. That's good football. Good football all around.
3rd and handoff and blocker. Crocker, I should say, forgive me. That was Sam Crocker, and Crocker started out to his right, Edwin, saw a hole to the left, cut it back.
Yes, sir.
And he's going to take it all the way down to about the 5-yard line. So that's going to make it 4th and 1, and no huddle, and Ballard is right back on the line of scrimmage.
Well, he stuck his foot in the
and a fumble.
They got it.
Quarterback Ryan Blocker could not handle the snap and bobbled it. It went on the turf, and Garfield was there, and regardless of whether they recovered it or not, it was 4th down, and so it would have been a turnover on downs anyway. So the Bulldogs, tell you what, they survive a drive there.
They dodged the bullet, Rick.
They did. And so they will take over the balls on about the 12-yard line. And the Bulldogs defense with the stop at the moment they needed it. And again, the snap and blocker Ryan Blocker could not handle the snap, bobbled it. And by the time he was almost able to get hold of it, kind of went on the turf, and Bulldogs were there. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 on their own 12-yard line. 2:18 left to go here in the first quarter. Game number 2 of our doubleheader. And the Bulldogs of Garfield leading the Ballard Beavers 7-0. Edwin, we got a timeout on the field. The Bulldogs calling a timeout.
Yeah.
So Edwin, I also want to just recognize real quickly we have a number of sponsors here, and I want to remind you, just join our very own Tony B for Street Beat on Wednesday, March 31st from 1 until 2 for a special broadcast. Everything you need to know about how to apply for a For Culture grant. He'll share information on For Culture and their guest roles, process, program, workshop info, timelines, frequently asked questions. That's this coming Wednesday from 1 until 2. Learn about how to apply for a grant and support your project. Tony B will be joined by King County For Culture staff, and they'll be ready to explain the process and answer your questions. So much appreciation to For Culture as well as the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle. They're helping to bring our high school broadcast to you live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Hey, Tony B and Daniel always got something going.
Yes, sir. And so the handoff to, I believe that was number 13.
Oh, he came out of that run.
And he broke loose. D. Dukes looked like he was stopped. And Edwin, I believe that is number 13. Let's see with the ball.
Number 13.
Yeah, D. Dukes. So D. Dukes it looked like he was stopped for a short gain and kept the legs driving and broke free.
He came out of the back of that.
And took the ball all the way out to about the 27-yard line. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on the 27-yard line. D. Dukes with just sheer determination. And gives the Bulldogs a 1st down and gives them some breathing room as well.
Hey, Rick, I'm impressed with the Garfield offensive line.
Yeah, doing a job. And in at quarterback is Ben Goodwin now for the Bulldogs, and he hits receiver out in the flats. And that is number 6, Jacoby Cochran. And Jacoby, I'll tell you what, Edwin, he made a few guys miss.
Hey, Rick, I see a different type of energy in this Garfield team than what we saw the last time.
Yeah, they have come to play. That's no doubt. So Cochran gains a yard, but Edwin, he really should have been stopped for a loss. And he made a couple of guys miss.
For at least 5 yards.
Yeah. So again, in front of us, we've got about a handful, maybe 20 or so Ballard families, the fans, and same thing on the Garfield side. So with the restrictions being reduced a little bit on, from the state, from the governor, allowing some families in. And so nice to see some fans here. Flag on the play, the handoff, and it's going to be, whistle's going to be blown. And so Jason Finley, I believe. So pre-snap, and I think you're going to have some movement. Yeah, we're going to have movement on the offense. So the Bulldogs will now the ball go back to about 24-yard line, I believe. Let's see where they spot it. And that's going to make it, say the 23-yard line. So that's going to make it 2nd and about 14 for the Bulldogs. 45 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Bulldogs leading the Beavers 7-0. I'm Rick Dupree along with Edwin Bailey, Taylor Kareem, Daniel B, Tony B, and the team bringing you coverage. And if you want to see video of the game, just go to our Facebook page, go to YouTube or Twitch. You can see the video and hear the call with me and Edwin right here. 5 seconds on the play clock. They've got to snap this ball, Edwin. 2, 1, and they get it off. Hand off to Quentin Jordan. And he is stopped in the backfield.
That was a good play there.
And Edwin, I'm trying to see the number. That was a great play by defensive lineman for the Beavers. Give me a moment here as he turns around.
Like number 60?
60 or 50. Yeah, let's see. If he'll turn around, we'll see the number scrunched up in the front.
To the sideline now.
All right, if we can get that number.
It looks like number 20.
Yeah, it does look like 20, doesn't it? I think it is. So great defensive play. That was Sam Crocker, the running back. And he came up and just made a great stop on Quentin Jordan and lost. So it looks like it's going to be about third, and I want to say maybe 16 yards to go for the Bulldogs. That ends the first quarter here. Bulldogs leading 7-0. And we will have, I believe, Daniel, you have scores. I'm going to go to Daniel here.
We are, Rick, and I just wanted to remind you that we've got Jarrell with the camera on the Garfield side and Tack on with the camera on the Ballard side.
Thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate that. So Jarrell and Tack giving you some sideline coverage as well. And Taylor Kareen running the main camera up here. But right now, Daniel will give you some updates on scores.
Thank you, Rick. Here with another scoring update right here on Rainier Avenue Radio with Metro League action. Here presented to you by 4Culture. As the cultural funding agency for King County, 4Culture wants to support your creative work. There is I can't hear myself. Hello. There is the Hello. Hello, are we on?
You're dead.
Hello. Hi. There we go. All right. Anyway, practice up over Eastside Catholic in a potential upset right now. They're actually in the red zone. It's 14-7, third quarter. About 2 minutes left in that. And Bishop Blanchette and Chief Self and Lakeside are in a really close one, 21-20 in the third quarter. Back to Rick and Edwin.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. And sorry about that little technical difficulties. Got them worked out here. So the Bulldogs on that third down play, another loss. And so they will have 4th and a mile to go. And so the ball on about the 12-yard line, they will punt it away. And deep for Ballard at about midfield, the punt. And it's a good one coming up. Fielded at about, it bounces down. Gets a favorable Garfield bounce. And will be spotted at about the 39-yard line. That was a Kalen Johnson deep for Ballard.
Hey, Rick, I just got a message from somebody from Bradwell Institute in here. I'm leaving.
What's that?
Bradwell Institute down there in South Georgia.
And what they got?
Bradwell Institute had a solid football program.
They got a job for us?
Hey, I don't know. I ain't going down there to work. They're working too hard.
I say we come as a package deal, man. You going, I'm going.
Hey,
okay?
Rick, they're working from sun up to sundown down there.
When I worked for the Sonics, Damian Wilkins, from down to Dominique's, that was Gerald Wilkins' son. He said, Dupree, they working like a mule. That down south, he knew.
Yes, sir. The man from Bradwell Institute.
Yes, sir. So the Beavers take over 1st and 10 on the Garfield 39-yard line. And again, pre-snap flag, it looks like a delay of game, I believe. Beavers did not get the snap off before the play clock. Yep, that's exactly it. Edwin, that's something that, you've got to, those are simple errors that you have to correct.
Yes.
You can't have a delay of game like that. Again, offsides, false start. Those are little things that you've got to pay attention to because they add up.
Concentration, Rick.
Yeah. And, Ballard now had it 1st and 10 on the 39. Now you're back at the 44, 1st and 15.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Back on the block. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, 1 back with him. He fakes the handoff and pass in. Oh, great pass over the middle. That's number 11. Nolan Wallaco takes it all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And Edwin, they have found something there. A hole in that Garfield defense with that slant right over the middle. And the blocker hit a Wallaco, and man.
Wallaco is a tough guy, too. To be a kid, he's put together pretty good.
Yes, sir, he is. He is a Wallaco. They list him at 6'4", 235.
Yes, sir. He's 250. He's 250 from the waist down.
Yeah. So he takes it all the way down to the Garfield 19 for a 1st down. So I guess it didn't matter they had that false start. He said, we're not going to worry about that. Blocker with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Looking to his right. He's got a receiver open over the goal. Great pass. Touchdown, Ballard. Nolan Wallaco.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Then the Beavers come back with authority. So a 10:39 left to play in the second quarter. The Beavers on the scoreboard. And that was Ryan Blocker to Nolan Wallaco. And the Beavers saying, wait a minute. Don't count us out yet.
Hey, Rick, I have my boy Calvin Barnes up here. They scored that touchdown. He said he got to go back on the other side. Coach, I got to go back on the other sideline.
Yeah. I tell you what, blocker, that was a great pass, Edwin, because he threw it over the linebacker and dropped it right into the hands of Awalico. And, man, that was a excellent pass. And you see why he's a 4-year starter.
Yes, sir.
And you see why. The extra point is good. And so that is the ball game. 10:39 left to go here in the first half. And Garfield and Ballard all tied up at 7.
I'll tell you what, Rick Awalico is a ball player.
He is showing us something. We see why he is. And again, as I said, he is on his way to San Diego State University to play football there for, I believe, the Aztecs, isn't that?
Yeah, San Diego State, from what I remember, he fits that scheme or the scheme they were running back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, athletic tight end.
Yeah.
That run good routes.
Yeah.
And he's still in high school.
Yeah, he's a big kid, too,
Yes,
at
he is.
6'4", 235. And, Edwin, I want to remind our listeners, just say, hey, thank you. And your creative work might look different this year, but For Culture Project grants can still help you put your ideas in motion and share them with King County. Now offering grants in 3 disciplines, the arts, heritage, and historic preservation. Apply by April 28th. For more information, go to forculture.org. I'm going to have to go there, man. You know, I'm working on this Black Panther documentary with my son, and I believe that might fit in that historical preservation and even heritage. So
Rick, I might even take my book over there and let them look at it.
Yes, sir.
They might find something they like about it.
Yeah. Also, I want to remind our listeners this broadcast of Metro League High School football, powered by the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle. The Urban League implements its mission within the Seattle-King County service area through advocacy, direct programming, community outreach, and coalition. And the kick, Edwin, and it was not an onside kick, but the ball was loose, and Ballard recovers it at the Garfield 25-yard line. So the Bulldogs could not handle the kickoff, and Ballard, oh my goodness, what a turn of events.
Rick, they had 3 opportunities. Garfield had 3 opportunities to get their hands on that ball,
and they just could not
do it.
Couldn't handle that squib kick. So actually, it's going to be spotted on the 29-yard line.
I tell you what, if I was Ballard, I'd go up top right now.
Hey, you know what? I like that play. And you see Awalico's lined up in that kind of the inside receiver of 3 on the right side.
Yeah.
And if I'm Reggie Witherspoon and his staff, I've got the safety's right there.
Right over the top of it.
But look now, now the safety's coming up. They've got 3 receivers over there, and then you got a safety on the far side. This single coverage over here, and there it is. Awalico right over the middle.
I know it.
That's the play, Edwin.
That's the play, Rick.
The Bulldogs cannot stop it. Blocker to Awalico inside the 15-yard line down to about the 12. Maybe the 11. And so the Beavers, a turn of events here, great drive, and then recovering, not an onside kick, but recovering a kickoff that the Bulldogs couldn't handle. Blocker looking, he's under pressure, eludes the pressure, and he's going to be sacked coming up. And that is number 13, T. Dukes with the sack.
I tell you what, having Calvin Barnes sitting up here, because they done pulled 3 of his teeth out, that's where that problem is.
Yeah.
Calvin could definitely get out there and work coverage.
And so a loss of 3 yards back to the 14-yard line. So that'll make it 2nd and 13. 9:50 left to play here in the first half. We have a tie ball game, 7-7 Beavers and Bulldogs. And Ballard driving on the Bulldogs' 14-yard line. 2nd and 13 trying to punch it in. And the handoff. And cut outside, and I believe that is, I want to say number 20, Edwin, I believe, or 20. Let's see.
Tell you what, that little number 16 came up now.
So the run by Sam Crocker gets some positive yards there, but coming up for the stop for Bulldogs, number 16 is Tyshawn Rain.
Tyshawn Rain came up.
Yep, sophomore.
Ain't much of him now.
Yeah, young
but
sophomore.
he brought everything he owned just then.
That's right.
Good for him. He's a tough guy.
So Crocker takes it to the original line of scrimmage, the 11, 12-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Beavers at the Bulldogs. The 11-yard line is where the ball is spotted. And the pass up top, and good defensive play there. And try to force it in a little bit, but that was, again, Tyshawn Rain.
Tyshawn Rain.
So Tyshawn Rain, good coverage there, knocks the ball loose.
You don't read that book by its cover right there now.
No.
That's a little fella, but he comes with everything.
So quarterback Ryan Blocker, Edwin, was looking for his receiver, 6'2", 185-pound senior Kalen Johnson. And Tashawn was there. And Johnson, another one of those we mentioned him, he's on his way to Simon Fraser University.
Kid too.
Yeah, he is 6'2", and he goes, 6'2", 185.
Impress Tashawn, man.
Yeah. No.
And they tried to Blocker, him again.
And Blocker, just a lot of Garfield Bulldogs there. He's going to be sacked back at about the 13, 14-yard line. Yeah, you had Quentin Jordan among other players there. Jordan missed him, but then a couple of his teammates came up, and they were able to sack a Blocker for the loss. So that's the fourth down. So the Bulldogs not able to field the kickoff and turn it over there. The Beavers covered it, but the defense steps up, Edwin, and keeps the Beavers, I should say, out of the end zone.
Yes, they did.
And that was a fourth down play. Forgive me, I didn't realize that was a fourth down play. And so turnover on Baltimore, take over on their own 13-yard line. And 15 on the shot.
I think
15 on the shot. 15 on the play clock.
Then Garfield one short.
Yeah, so E.J. Cameron, the quarterback, saying, hey, we got to get somebody out here. And it's the running back. He didn't have a running back. 5, 4 on the play clock. 3, 2, they've got to get it off. And they do get it off. Cameron's got a receiver over the middle and just not able to get the ball there. Eugene Brown was coming across the middle doing a crossing pass. And Cameron not able to get the ball there. Incomplete. Yeah. You know, in a situation like that, and this is, as you have experienced, you call a time. Yeah, you don't want to burn the timeout. However, you've got the ball, you're deep in your territory, and you want to take advantage of every opportunity that you have, and you don't want to blow that. So call a timeout, regroup, get it.
Quarterback.
So 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. And Beavers looking come and blitz. Yeah.
One of the receivers.
Let's see what we got.
I think it was number 3.
No, they're saying false start on the Bulldogs. So there was the Beavers were feigning as if they were going to.
Let's go, Ryan! You got that foot they had, bro.
Middle now. We've got a receiver, high pass, and he pulls it in. Oh, a great catch. That's Tim Gaston pulls it in. Oh, I tell you what, Ryan Blocker put it where he had to put it. And Tim Gaston, the tight end senior, 6'5", 220, went up and pulled it down for the first down. The Beavers, first and 10, first and goal, I should say, at the Bulldogs 4-yard line.
He high-pointed that one. I think that's what it means.
Yeah.
High-point the ball.
Well, when you got a receiver 6'5", man, throw it up and let him go get it, and he did.
He did all of that.
That was a great play call and just a great pass and catch from Ryan Blocker. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the Beavers. And Blocker looking for his receiver. He's got him open in the end zone. He's got the foot down. We're waiting for the call. Touchdown. Touchdown. Ballard, Ryan Blocker. And I believe that was Kalen Johnson.
Tell you what, Rick, one of these offensive lines is going to win the belly bumpers award.
Yeah, Edwin, they are playing.
So both of these offensive lines are solid.
Yeah, we got to make sure to get those numbers. But I tell you what, so that was a first and goal on the 4-yard line, and Blocker just laid it where he had to, kind of on the outside, and Kalen Johnson went up and got it and got 1 foot down and touchdown Ballard to make it 13-7 with 4:58 left to go here in the first half. And the snap is good. The extra point is up, and
I tell you what now, Rick.
It is good.
That holder from Ballard is a very good holder.
Yeah. He's had a couple of snaps where he has had to get the ball, put it down for the kicker, and he's done just that. So with 4:58 left to go here in the first half, Ballard with a couple of scores here. They were trailing 7-0, but they have put it on the Bulldogs here in the second quarter and have taken a 14-7 lead with 4:58 left to go.
Hey, man, we've seen some talented offensive plays. We've seen some talented receivers. Man, this has been one heck of a game.
Yeah, Edwin.
For some kids that hadn't been getting all the practices that they need.
Yeah.
You know, hadn't been spending a lot of time in and around the weight room. This is, wow.
Edwin, you and I have talked about this. I mean, this whole season, this shortened season, and like you say, teams have not been able to get the practice time in, the teamwork that they need. And it has been surprisingly well played, these games that we've seen. And yeah, there have been some mistakes and some mental errors, but I mean, for the most part, these coaches have gotten these young men prepared, and they're playing some good football.
I'm telling you, I just love these little fellas that play for Garfield.
Tyshawn Rain is our guy. He's made a couple plays at his corner spot.
He just run in there and just put his hat on somebody.
So short kick, and the Bulldogs, and that is going to be number 8.
Look at that.
Amdane Amadou, and Amadou fields it and takes it out beyond past the 35, out to about the 37-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. So the Bulldogs will start with 4:50 left to go, trailing 14-7 to the Ballard Beavers. They'll take it over 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. So Edwin, good field position now if they can just get a drive going here.
Let's see what they can do. Their offensive line has been playing very consistent the whole game. So they might need to just slow it down, spread them out, grab some grass. Tony B, I haven't gotten any more messages from Tyler Ernest, have I? That's my brother.
So the Bulldogs come out of the huddle. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 running backs.
Oh!
And some movement on the offensive line. I believe that was number 52, Elijah Essay. Freshman, big lineman.
Yes, sir.
Yep, they're going to call it on him.
As soon as I start blowing a little smoke at him.
Yeah. So that will be a 5-yard penalty back to the 32-yard line. So the Bulldogs will have 1st and 15 at the 32-yard line.
I'm still going with the offensive line.
No, Edwin, I'm going to give it to you. I mean, they both sides of the ball, or both teams on the offensive line playing well, and opening some holes. And as a former running back, I tell you, I mean, as good as I think I was nothing without that offensive line. The handoff, Quentin Jordan, another flag, but Jordan breaks a tackle. Oh my goodness. That is just carrying tackling all the way almost to midfield.
Goodness.
And Quentin Jordan now flag Edwin may come back. But Quentin Jordan started out to his left and went to his right. Yeah, it's going to be false start on the Bulldogs.
Oh my goodness.
And that's going to nullify a man's run by Eugene, by Quentin Jordan.
Quentin Jordan know he was supposed to be out there. Like he's supposed to be at some major D1. Good gracious.
Yeah, I need to. I'm going to reach out to Coach Witherspoon. I'm just curious. Quentin Jordan, I mean, we saw him the first game and caught that a short pass and turned it into a touchdown for the win. And he has played great on both sides of the ball. I mean, we've got some outstanding players here as we take a look at our player of the week. And, you were there at the first game, so you give that comparison. I certainly will give you my take on this game. And a few players are rising to the top, and most notably, Edwin, I got to say, is number 11, Nolan Iwaliko for Ballard. He's quite the athlete.
I have sung the kids of Seattle praises to all the coaches that I came in contact with my time scouting in New England and scouting in Carolina. These are some outstanding high school football players up this way.
Yeah, they really are. So with that penalty, another false start, it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Bulldogs at the 27-yard line. Hand out to Quentin Jordan. He cuts it back to his right, and he is met by a couple of Beavers.
And oh my goodness, he's hurt.
He's down. Let's see. So on the tackle was number 20, Sam Crocker, along with, I believe that was number 53. I'm trying to get the number there. Yeah, it was number 53. That is Dylan Gibb, and Quentin Jordan on the turf, and the trainer coming out. And we'll take a look and see what it is. Hopefully nothing serious.
He got turned in midair, and it looks like he's holding his rib.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, you never want to see a player down. However, you would much rather see something like that than a joint, a knee, an ankle, that type of thing.
Wrist.
So let's see.
He's turning over.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Okay, right. Asking for help up. So he's all right.
Might have just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, so Quentin Jordan on his feet, now fixing his socks. So I think he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. I'll tell you what, he's another young man for his age to be put together pretty good.
Yeah, that is a.
Who was that running back that played for the Baltimore Ravens some years back?
Oh, you're not talking about Ray Rice, are you?
No, I think right after Ray Rice.
You got me.
Big tailback. That's who he looks like.
Okay, I'm going to have to look it up at halftime. I'm drawing a blank. So, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 20. And quarterback EJ coming on looking. He's got a receiver open. And, great catch. And a great defensive play as well. So the catch was made by number 6, Jacoby Cochran. And coming up to make the stop for the Beavers was Kalen Johnson. No, check that. That was number 18, Jack McLaughlin. And another flag.
Chop.
Oh, roughing the passer.
Oh. I'll tell you what now, number 6 is a little slight fella too.
Yeah, for Garfield.
He ain't the biggest guy in the world.
Yeah, Jacoby Cochran, but he made a great catch on that play.
He's making big plays.
So a big gain on the pass. It was short of the first down. It was second and 20, but with the penalty now tacked on to that, the ball goes across midfield and to the Beavers 41-yard line. So with 4:10 to play here in the first half, the Bulldogs have a 1st and 10 on the Ballard Beavers 41-yard line, trailing 14-7.
Garfield got some tough little kids out there, man.
Yeah, both teams are looking, but yeah, you're right. You got some small guys, and I resonate with those little guys. I can relate to that. The handoff, and that is number 13, D Dukes on the right side, and he's going to be pulled out of bounds. Let's see, they're going to give him a gain of looks like about 2 yards to the 39. I think we're going to spot it. Yep, that's what they're going to do. So 2-yard gain for D Dukes. And the clock is moved. No, check it. He was knocked out of bounds. So the clock stops at 3:52 here to play in the first half. Ballard leading Garfield by a score of 14-7. Rick Dupree, Edwin Bailey. You're listening to Metro League Football Friday night under the lights at Memorial Stadium, Leon H. Brigham Field.
It's another good game.
Yeah, it is.
You should be here.
But if not, you can check it out on our Facebook page, YouTube, or Twitch. And Cameron looking to his right. He's got a pressure. He eludes the pressure and stepped up. And then it's going to be brought down for a short gain. Yeah. He had some room there, but I'm trying to see the number there, Edwin. I believe that was number 52. And again, that is Carter Eli. And Carter Eli stopping what could have been a big gain, a scramble for E.J. Kamenong. So
I'll tell you what, number 11 was in there too again, Rick.
I'll tell you what, yeah, he is our player right now, Nolan Wallace, and we can see why he's committed and is headed to play ball next year for San Diego State University.
I wonder what position is he going to play.
You know what? I mean, he's showing he's a verse. He can play both sides of the ball and equally well. So yeah, that would be. I'm curious to know that as well. So the Bulldogs have a 3rd and about 6 to go. And the scramble to the right, roll out to the right, I should say. Receiver is there. Oh, and the pass just short, just behind the receiver, Eugene Brown. And that's a tough pass, Edwin. And I mean, you got some guys like Russell Wilson.
Those guys who can make that pass.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson going one way. Patrick Mahomes going one way and then throw it back the other way. And E.J. Kamenong tried to get it there, but just couldn't quite get it as he was scrambling to his left and throwing back to his right and just fell short of Eugene Brown.
I'll tell you what I saw was impressive. Number 11 out there, defensive end, playing the piano down the line.
Yeah.
Using his hands and getting lateral all at the same time to make him make that throw.
So 4th down, Kamanong's got a receiver high, and he can't pull it in. Oh, and he had a receiver there that was 81, Raleigh Canale. And Canale just couldn't. That was a little bit high, and Canale couldn't bring it down. So that's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Beavers will take over on their own 38-yard line. 2:52 left to go here in the first half, and Beavers leading the Bulldogs 14-7. You can hear that wind just a little bit hitting our microphones here.
I'll tell you what, you should feel it hit my leg.
We dress properly, brother. So you got a blanket. I got what you complaining about.
Blanket.
Calm down. I don't know who you're talking
about. The Beavers. Got some pressure, so he's just going to run. He's going to scramble some quick feet there, Edwin, and
got about 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 yards there, and
looking like a young.
So Blocker, they're going to spot it. They're going to give a 2-yard gain. They're going to spot it at the 40-yard line. So Blocker should have been sacked, but he eluded the pressure, and then with quick feet ran out of bounds.
Looking like a young Russell Wilson. Mm-hmm. I mean, he got lateral real quick.
Yeah, he really did. So that'll make it 2nd and 8 for the Beavers. Ball's on their own 40-yard line, and they are leading. They have the lead and the quick. They lead it 14-7. Cowboys, yeah, we're talking about Sonic. They have the lead and the leather.
Whoa, he made the edge. Wow.
And that was a good run. I believe that was number 20. Yes, it was.
Got a first
Sam
down.
Crocker, first down yardage, and put his shoulder down and ran over the defensive back to get that first down.
Yes, he did.
So he advances it out to the 48-yard line. So Ballard will have a 1st and 10.
Got 2:40 left in the half. Let's see here.
The blocker's got 2 receivers on the short side, 1 on the wide side. He's going to throw it up for him, and the receiver's there. And just a little bit outside there. He couldn't get it. David Waters. And I tell you what, I like what I'm seeing in Ryan Blocker. And when he puts the ball where only his guy can get it, he put it up and over on the outside shoulder.
High and away.
Yeah, just a little bit too far. And his receiver there could not get to it. He was looking for David Waters.
If he and his receivers start making those kind of plays,
oh man,
I'm scared to death of them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, that was a good play, good call.
Just couldn't quite connect, so that's going to make it 2nd and 10. Ball's on the 48-yard line. 2:35 left to go here in the first half. Again, Ballard leading Garfield by a score of 14-7. High snap. Ball's on the ground, but it bounces up. Blocker gets it, releases it. Oh, big hit on the running back, Sam Crocker. That was a D. Duke coming up. Oh, man. D. Duke laid the leather on him.
And I guarantee you, he ain't 150 pounds.
Yeah,
but he can flat play the game of football.
Yeah. So again, it was a snap that Ryan Blocker was not able to handle the ball. But it bounced right up in his hands. But a little bit of a broken play, so he got rid of it to his running back, Sam Crocker, on the right flat there. And the pass took a little while to get there, and that gave D. Dukes time. And as soon as Crocker took the ball in, D. Dukes made him pay. That's a loss of about 4 yards when it looks like back to the 44-yard line. So it's going to make it third and 14 with 2:24 left to go here in the first half.
That's another one of those little small guys that plays a big man's game.
Yeah, no doubt. Edwin, yeah, and I also want to let people know that the City of Seattle's democracy voucher program, the Seattle residents, their $100 democracy vouchers. So vouchers can be used to support participating candidates, including the mayor, 2 city council positions, and city attorney for the 2021 election. If you didn't receive your voucher and you'd like more information about the candidates, call 727-8855. And the pass out, looking for a receiver, and just overthrown. And Blocker can't get his receiver, so that's going to fall incomplete, make it a 4th down. And Edwin, our listeners can learn more by going to this website, seattle.gov /democracy voucher. And so go to the seattle.gov website and you can
get me a voucher.
Yes, sir. $100.
I can use a $100 voucher.
Well, that $100 got to go for the candidate of your choice, or candidates. Yeah, you can't put it in your pocket, but you're going to use it for your candidate, the candidate of your choice.
Okay. Somebody I know, man. We're going to get Tony B to run.
Yeah. And just want to remind our listeners that our broadcast brought to you by For Culture as a cultural funding agency for King County for Culture to make our region vibrant. And the punt bounces down at about the 22-yard line, then bounces inside and is going to be down at about the 16-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line. 2:10 left to play, trailing 14-7.
Rick, these 2 pretty good football teams here, man.
They really are. And, again, you mentioned this, and we're talking about this, the fact that they are playing, well-coached teams, and they're playing a very, very good fundamentals and playing good games out here, and not a lot of mistakes. So, yeah, it will be 1st and 10 on the 16. And the Bulldogs have 84 yards to go. They want to try to get some points on the board. 2:10. And they've got 2 receivers split to the right, 2 to the left. Ball's on the left hash. EJ coming on, looking. Now he's scrambling. He's going to be brought down. He's going to be sacked. And it looks like big number 50, if I'm not mistaken, Edwin. That is Zach Luke, 6'1", 285 senior.
Yeah, he is all of that.
Yeah, he is. Back to the 11-yard line, so a loss of about 5. That'll make it 2nd and 15.
I'll tell you what, push and separated, got to the quarterback. That's what a good defensive lineman does.
And E.J. Cameron stepped up, and it looked like he would have had some room there had not big number 50 Zach Luke been there.
Wow, good blitz.
Cameron's got rush coming. He avoids the rush. He's got it deep. He's got a receiver open. That's number 4. Brown out near midfield, and unfortunately just couldn't stay on his feet, Edwin. He would have been running to the pay dirt. So a big play for the Bulldogs out to the 49-yard line, just a yard short of midfield.
That's another one of those little mighty mites they got to play for Garfield, man.
Yeah.
They got a I don't know where they find them at.
So E.J. Cameron, Edwin, avoided the pressure there, stepped up, and then hit Eugene Brown, a big gainer for the Bulldogs.
Hit him on the run.
Yes, he did. So 109 left to play. Bulldogs trying to make something happen. Clock is moving down to 105. Cameron's got 3 receivers on the wide side of the field. He's got a blitz coming. They pick it up. He's scrambling or rolling to his right, and he's going to tuck it and run, and then gets out of bounds, and he's hit. And Edwin, that might be – no, they don't call it late hit because he was in bounds.
I tell you what, you see who it was, Rick?
Yes, it was that number 11, Nolan Iwalako.
Nolan Iwalako is back in the game now.
I mean, Nolan Iwalako, we're calling his name on both sides of the ball, and he's making some excellent plays. And Edwin, right now, the kid, at least through half number 1 for me, is standing out.
Yes,
we got another half to play.
I want to know what position he's going to play in college.
Oh, yeah, he'll be headed to San Diego State. So it's a 5-yard pickup for quarterback E.J. Cameron, and so the Bulldogs have second and 5 on the Ballard 46-yard line. 50 seconds left to play here in the first half. And Cameron's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He's looking to the right, and he unloads it. He's got a receiver there. That is number 6, Jacoby Cochran. And Cochran is brought down from behind, and Edwin, I believe he went out of bounds. Let's see. The clock is stopped, and I don't know if it's just a move to change or if he was out of bounds. Let's see if they start the clock back. Yeah, they do start it. So he was in bounds. 35, 34, 33. The clock is ticking. Bulldogs with the ball on the 37-yard line, and then Cameron just gets it and spikes it to stop the clock.
Rick, if you can find me 2 better high school football players than number 11 and number 3 for Garfield, you got some good football players there now.
Yeah, so you're talking about number 11, Nolan Iwalako for the Ballard Beavers, the 6'4", 235-pound senior on his way to San Diego State. And then for Garfield, the Bulldogs, senior Quentin Jordan. And both of these kids playing excellent on both sides of the ball. Evan, you're absolutely right.
They play at a different level.
Yeah.
Different level.
So 28 seconds left to play here. The Bulldogs trying to get at least in field goal position. They are right now, they have a second and 10, I should say, on the Ballard 37-yard line. 28 seconds left to go here in the first half, trailing 14-7.
They got to roll this quarterback out.
And Cameron looking to his left, and he's got a receiver way out, and just missed him. So he had, I believe that was number 17, Finn Scully. Scully was there and had got some separation from the defensive back, and Cameron, the pass was just a little too far outside, and Scully was not able to pull it in. So falls incomplete. That'll make it 3rd and 10 balls at the 37-yard line of the Beavers.
Scully is a player too.
Yeah, he's made some plays here.
Yes, he has.
We've got a number of kids here, Edwin, that have really shown they can play this ball, this game, I should say.
We got one up here spotting for us.
Yes, sir.
That's a player, but I ain't going to talk no trash about him just yet.
Okay. 23 seconds left to play. Bulldogs trying to strike, trailing here 14-7. E.J. Cameron looking deep. He's got a receiver. It's there. That is Rolly Canali. And oh my goodness, Edwin. He was there. He got behind the defense, and the pass was on the money. Touchdown, Garfield.
Laid out for it.
E.J. Cameron, I'll tell you what, Edwin, he stayed in the pocket, avoided the rush, stepped up and made the pass, and on the money. And Rolly, I hope I'm pronouncing it, Rolly Canali. I meant be Canal, C-A-N-A-L-E. So if you're listening, let us know if it's pronounced Canal or Canali. But he pulled it in for the touchdown, and the Bulldogs with 16 seconds left. And with the extra point, can make it a tie ball game. Snap is good. It's down. Scully gets it down on the turf, and the kick is up, and it is good. Senior.
That's a good game here.
Marcus Merkelbach, forgive me. And that ties it up with 16 seconds left to play. 14-14. Edwin, we have had some great plays here in this first half.
These, again, not only are these some good athletes, these are some well-coached athletes. Take my hat off to the ball players and the coaches, because everything is being done in a timely fashion. You know, that was the play for the time, and it worked.
So again, we have got 16 seconds left to play here, and we have a tie ball game. And the Bulldogs with that big play right there to the pass play from Camanong to Canale, and that ties it up 14-14. We have a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. You need to tune into it. Go on to a Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, so you can see the video.
Or get in the car and just come on over here.
Well, I think I don't know what the restrictions
You
are
might
because
not let them in. You might not get in.
Yeah, because we've got I'd say about 20, maybe 25 fans in front of us. I believe they're Ballard families, and we see the same thing as we're looking across the field in the Garfield section. So what they've done is they've created some space between the 40-yard lines in the blue bleachers right in front of us on the lower level, and that's where they're allowing fans to sit. And again, it's just a handful of fans, and I believe it's families.
Rick, make sure you tell them to bring a coat now because it's cold.
Hey, man, bring a coat, bring some hand warmers, bring a blanket, and kick it, the square kick on the turf, and it's going to be fielded at about the 30-yard line and advance all the way out beyond the 35-yard line. And we're going to look like number 6, if I'm not mistaken, Noam Cohen. Yeah, I believe that was Noam Cohen, junior, 6'2", 200-pound receiver, linebacker, defensive back. He takes it out to the 36-yard. So with 9 seconds left to play, 9 seconds left to play in the first half, with the top ball game 14-14. If you're just joining us, you want to stay tuned for the second half, because this has been an excellently played football game. Is that a word? It is. It is. That is for those of you listening. Some HBCU hating, South Carolina State Bulldog hating on a FAMU rapper because he know the truth.
Don't really matter.
So that will do it for the first half here. We have a tie ball game, 14-14. When we come back, I believe the Bulldogs received, so that will be, I should say, the Bulldogs received the first, the opening game kickoff. So the Ballard Beavers will receive the second half kickoff. And we're going to take a break here in the action. And I believe I'm going to throw it to Daniel B. He's going to give you some score updates. But again, first half action, we have a tie ball game, 14-14. We'll be back with second half action right now. We'll throw it to Daniel Bellis for more updates on scores around the city.
Thank you, Rick. Here with your halftime update here from Memorial Stadium, all knotted up at 14 Garfield Ballard right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station. Your halftime report is given to you by the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle. Metropolitan of Seattle is implements its mission within our Seattle King County service area through advocacy, direct programming, community outreach, and coalition building in 5 major pillars of focus: housing, education, workforce development, health, and policy. And somebody just counted that on their fingers. Here's where a huge upset just went down. Eastside Catholic has been dethroned. Seattle Prep, according to the Seattle Prep Twitter account, they forced 5 turnovers on Eastside Catholic and won that game 20-7. Final there. Eastside Catholic takes their first loss of the season. Seattle Prep
That is not a good look.
Boy, I tell you, so the pass was tipped, and Myers was able to get it, the sophomore DB. But, yeah, penalty on the Bulldogs, and so it's going to be – that's going to nullify that. I'm trying to hear what the – I was trying to hear what the penalty was, and I'm not seeing the referees call. It's indicated that there was something against the Bulldogs. I don't know what. But Ballard will get the ball, and it's going to be advanced out to the referee's walking. He's going past midfield and to the Garfield 47-yard line. So there was a penalty, and I apologize. The referee did not signal what it was, so I'm not sure, and I was not able to hear the PA announcer. Nevertheless, it was against the Bulldogs, and so Ballard now has it 1st and 10 on the Bulldogs' 47-yard line. Ryan Blocker, the handoff, and a big hole for Crocker. Crocker off the left side, and he's going to be close to a first down. Boy, I tell you what, Edwin, that offensive line, boy, they are blowing some holes open.
Hey, they're moving people. They're moving people.
And Sam Crocker went through there, was untouched for the first 3-4 yards. So pickup of 9 yards down to the 38-yard line. And some movement on Garfield on the Bulldogs, and it's going to be encroachment. And that's going to be a first down on the penalty. So that'll go down to the 33-yard line. And so all at once, the Beavers are threatening. And so with 10:40, the clock is ticking. 10:40 to play in the third quarter. Tie score, 14-14. Beavers with the ball on the Bulldogs' 33-yard line. Quarterback Ryan Blocker, and he's going to hand it off to Sam Crocker on the left side. And Crocker, boy, I tell you, running through, but coming up to make the tackle for the Bulldogs is number 14, Jamaica Myers.
Yeah, but Crocker making them pay, though, T.
Yeah. Crocker put the shoulder down, and he picked up, looks like about 8 yards, Edwin, down.
Yeah.
Maybe close to 9. They're going to mark it at the 24-yard line. Handoff again. Crocker cuts it up the middle. He's got the first down and then some, keeping those legs moving. It just keeps falling forward. Sam Crocker. Let me tell you something. Sam Crocker, 5'10", 205-pound junior, and he is making the Bulldogs defense pay, keeping those legs moving, gets the first down, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Beavers at the Bulldogs' 16-yard line. And movement on the defensive line again, no call. So early on, Edmund, they let him get away with that movement there.
And now you're not. See, that's the inconsistency that
you can't have that. So the snap.
Wide open.
Blocker looking, he avoids the rush. Avoids another tackler. Blocker, great moves. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, Ryan Blocker with a great scramble is going to take it down for a first down to about the 5-yard line. And back at the 15-yard line, a Garfield player down. It looks like D. Dukes.
That quarterback there, that's some special.
So D. Dukes was down for a moment, Edwin, then got up. But as the rule, the referee points to the sideline, so he's got to go out and sit out at least one play. But a great scramble there by quarterback Ryan Blocker. And again, Coach Ross Humphreys talked about, Ryan Blocker has been a 4-year starter for this ball club, and we can see that maturity.
Yes.
He's making some good decisions, but that was a great scramble. Takes it all the way down to the 6-yard line. Check it, 6-yard line for the first down. So with 9:07 left to play here in the third quarter, Ballard knocking at the door, 1st and goal at the Garfield 6-yard line. Blocker with 2 receivers to his right, but hands it off to Sam Crocker. Sam Crocker going on the left side, and he's going to be stopped at about the 1-yard line.
1-yard line.
Boy, he had a hole there, but coming up for Garfield among other players was number 50.
Yeah, he touched him with his hand.
Check that. Was that 50? I'm not sure. I apologize. I know that Mike Montgomery number would have been, he switched to 45, and someone else was in that uniform number 50, and I don't have it on the roster. I apologize, but number 50, if that is your baby, he made the stop. So second and goal on the 1.
I tell you what I like, Rick. I like the way that center snaps the ball, man.
And blocker faked the handoff, and this scrambles in. Touchdown, Beavers. Ryan Blocker takes it in from a yard out to give the Beavers a 20-14 lead here with 8:11 left to play in the third quarter. So that was just a wonderful drive by the Beavers, Edwin, and aided by a big penalty, and that kept that gave them some great field position, and they took advantage of it.
Solid plays and solid effort.
So back to kick for the Beavers is number 58, Grant Gerald. And the snap, good snap. The kick is up, and
it's ugly, but it's good.
It just barely gets over the crossbar, but it gets
ugly,
there.
But it's good, Rick.
And so with the 8:11 left to play in the third quarter, the Ballard Beavers taking a 21-14 lead here. It is going back and forth. We have a ball game here at Memorial Stadium. If you just joined us, you don't want to leave. Also, and I want to just make sure that we say thank you, Edwin, to our sponsors, For Culture, and also the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle. And their support is allowing us to bring these broadcasts into your home, whether it be your radio, your phone, your laptop, whatever it is, whatever device you're using. You can see the video, you see the pictures on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You can listen to it from our website or on the Rainier Avenue Radio app. And again, just want to say thank you to our sponsors, and a special thanks again to King County For Culture. They're broadcast sponsor of the 2021 Rainier Avenue Radio Metro League High School Football broadcast. Now, do you have creative works in the arts, history, or historic preservation? Are you interested in getting your project financially supported? I know I am. For Culture wants to support your cultural activities and share them with King County. Currently offering project grants. Apply by April 28th. For more information, go to forculture.org. And on the kickoff return, and it's number 8 is breaking loose. Edwin, he's going to go all the way.
Yes,
that
sir.
is number 8, Mdane Amadou.
Yes, sir. Got a fat hop, scooped it, and took
Oh,
off.
my goodness. Mdane Amadou. He found a seam and on the right side and broke a tackle, and it was off to the races. So Garfield answers, with the ensuing kickoff, and they can tie it up with the extra point. What a return. That was Mdane Amadou, senior defensive back. And Edwin, my goodness, he found a seam there, and he took advantage of it.
I think they used to call it when I was a kid a Sunday hop.
Yeah.
Hey, it popped right in his hand.
Well, that's something. I mean, you see that oftentimes, Edwin, where almost, I won't call it a broken play, but the ball's on the ground, and you're not sure what's going to happen, and a guy gets it on the hop, and watch out. And he made Ballard pay. So Ballard with a great drive, and then on the ensuing kickoff, Garfield takes it back, and with this extra point try, could tie it up. That's the second time, Edwin. I'm giving our sponsor Reed, the big play happens.
Hey,
come on.
You did a great job, Rick.
And the extra point is up, and it is good.
It's ugly, but it's good.
So, just like that, in the span of not more than about 10, 20 seconds, Edwin, we got two scores. It is tied up again, 21-21. We have a ball game here at Seattle's Memorial Stadium, Leon H. Brigham Field. I'm Rick Dupree, along with the legend, the man himself, number 65, by way of Savannah, Georgia, and the South Carolina State Bulldogs,
yes,
Edwin Bailey.
Man, I almost got up and ran out on the field just there.
Well, we try to hype it up a little bit, big fella.
Hey, I was sitting there listening, seeing if my brother said something again.
Who might that brother be, Edwin?
Tyler Ernest. My brother from another mother.
Okay, can I do it like you, Edwin? Your brother.
My brother.
Tyler Ernest, we love you, man.
Hey, he know it.
No, I tell you what, when you brought him to Seattle Academy, when you and Tony B spoke to our seniors a couple years ago, that was a special time, and our students received him, and I hope he had an enjoyable time being there with us. But
hey, man, Rick,
that was fun.
Rick, you got to meet his family, man. You got to meet his grandmom, his granddad, his mom, and his dad. They truly treat me as if I'm one of their sons.
Well, I met Mom and Dad. Remember when he was on the show?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
Yeah,
So got to
yeah.
meet them. They came in the studio.
They always surprised. People always surprised when I tell them this is my mom and dad.
Yeah.
Like they can't be my mom and daddy.
On a kick and is mishandled, but picked up on the bounce by the Ballard receiver. I believe that is number 10. If I'm not mistaken, Edwin.
He almost got away again, right?
Yeah, that was Kalen Johnson, I believe. So the kick came down, Kalen. Again, I apologize. I think it was Kalen Johnson. I'm having trouble making out the number, but I'll just say the Ballard receiver. He and there's a flag down at about the 12-yard line. Let's see if okay, looks like they're picking it up. No flag. So he wasn't able to catch the kick on the fly. It bounced on the turf, but bounced right up to him. But that took gave the defense some time to get down and didn't have a lot of room. And so he was brought down at about the 16-yard line. So the Beavers will take over 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line. Tie ball game 21-21 with 7:43 left to play in the third quarter. And looks like we may have a timeout.
Like official timeout.
And I'm not sure why they're not. Oh, we got a player. Garfield player, looks like number 13, D. Dukes. And I don't know if it's
might be a uniform infraction.
Yeah. That
And
could be.
My college coaches and my high school coach would lose their mind. Because we've told you how to wear that uniform.
What do they call that? What did the in the Super Bowl? What is that? Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. A costume malfunction.
My costume malfunction.
So we got
almost made me turn over my dining room table when he did that.
I'm like, Justin, what up, baby? As if that wasn't planned, but that's a whole nother story. And so first, and the handoff, and that is our guy, Sam Crocker, on the right side, and he is gang tackled. Not a lot of room there. And Edwin, I'll give that word to you. Get a host of purple jerseys there to stop. I believe that was Sam Crocker. They're going to give him about 3-4 yards. Actually,
yeah, he got out of trouble.
Yeah, I thought they got him at the line of scrimmage, but the pile moved a little bit, and so they're going to give him 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 6 with the ball at the 19-yard line, just shy of the 20-yard line. Quarterback Ryan Blocker in the gun. And he's going to scramble up the middle. He's got some room, Edwin. He's got some room. Ryan Blocker making miss. Oh, he's on the sideline here. It could be a foot race. Ryan Blocker's got a block. Good touchdown saving tackle. That is Jamaica Myers. Who,
tell you what, Jamaica Myers almost got that football out of there.
Yeah. He was tackling the ball.
Yeah.
So Jamaica Myers, who got that big touchdown on the pass, on the kickoff there, he came up and made the stop. But not until Ryan Blocker got it all the way down to the Bulldogs' 35-yard line. And there is our guy, Nowlin Awalico.
I'll tell you what, Jamaica Myers is not the biggest guy in the world.
No, but he made the play.
But I tell you what, he plays a wicked free safety.
Yeah, he has played a game.
Yes, he has.
And a false start there on Awalico, and so that's going to take it 5 yards. Back 5 yards, I should say, to the 40-yard line. So it will be 1st and 15. 6:37 left to play here in the third quarter. And you hear the Hawk is out.
I know the Hawk is out too, but there's some smokers around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, Slick, remember, Iwaliko. Huh?
What's that?
Iwaliko.
Iwaliko. Thank you.
Oh, what a tackle.
Oh, the ball's down on the turf, but they may say the runner was down, and that was D. Dukes coming up to make the hit. And the referees are conferring there at the 38-yard line, so we'll see a 39-yard line there huddling and then telling the teams to get back in your huddle. And again, thank you for, and I apologize. You know, we don't have the pronunciations and trying to get the names right. And again, I say a big thank you to Kalen Johnson's dad at halftime. And yes, it is Nowlin Iwaliko. So I will try to get that right and make sure I don't lapse back into what I thought it was. So after a conference there, it looks like the ball is going to be marked down at the 40-yard line. The referees are not making a call there. So, okay, so again, he was down, and the ground cannot cause a fumble, and so it should be second down if I'm not mistaken. And we'll see what they say, but it is at the 40-yard line, so it is 15 yards to go. And quarterback Ryan Blocker looking now. He's going to scramble to his left, and then he's going to be gang tackled at about the 38-yard line and thrown back to the 39-yard line. So we'll give him maybe a couple of 2 or 3 yards. Yeah, they're going to mark it down at the 37, so a gain of 3. And Edwin, I believe that was second down, but the down marker is saying second.
Let's see if they're aware of it.
So I thought that unless there wasn't any penalty on that first down play where the ball popped out, I thought that was a first down play. So I'll go by what the box is showing us saying second down and 12. We'll see what we got here. Second and 12. Blocker's got 2 receivers to his right, and then kind of the draw, and almost like a Statue of Liberty draw type of play. And I tell you what, Sam Crocker takes it all the way down inside the 10-yard line. So Edwin, it was really almost like a sprint draw, if you will, as a blocker was going to his right, and Crocker was just kind of standing there, and then he just put it in his belly, and Crocker took off, and Garfield, everybody was going to the right, and Crocker took it to the left and takes it all the way down about almost a 30-yard pickup to the 9-yard line. And so Ballard will have it first and goal, on the 9-yard line, and we got a referee's timeout.
Crocker is playing a pretty good football game tonight.
Yeah, I wish I could see the stats. He's got to be close to 100 yards, if not more. He has had a good game on the ground. So it looks like a referee's timeout. I'm not sure.
Somebody's hurt.
Okay, looks like a Garfield
right
player. Is that number 44? So for the Bulldogs, and I'll get you the number in just a moment. Yeah, I believe that is number. It looks like number 44, which is Uriah Givens, the sophomore. So he was kind of leaning over. He's going off the field on his own power. It looks like he's maybe slightly, I was gonna say limping, but not really. Walking off slowly. So he's walking under his own power. So not sure. So obviously nothing too serious.
Yeah, it got a little hitch in his giddy up.
Just a little bit. So it is first and goal for the Ballard Beavers at the Garfield 9-yard line. 4:41 left to play here in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 21-all. And the Hawk is out. And he is saying, Spencer. If you don't know, you don't know. All right, blocker with the fake and the pass. Oh, it just misses the receiver. And a late flag. Edwin, I'm not sure what happened there. The referee will see. So blocker was looking for his receiver slanting, kind of running a slant pattern, and just threw it too far in front of him, so fell incomplete. And is that a dead ball foul? I believe something on the Beavers. So that's going to bring the ball back, and that's going to be a 10 or 15, let's see. Oh, no, 5-yard penalty. So it's going to bring it back to the 14-yard line. It was after the play, Edwin, so a dead ball foul, some sort. I don't know exactly what, but the referee was in the middle of the field, and there was a Ballard player and a Garfield player there, and he threw the flag. So I don't know if there were some words exchanged or something.
Something done, something said.
So that will take the ball back to the 14. So that'll make it 1st and 15, or 14 rather. First and goal, I should say, at the 14-yard line for the Beavers. Blocker looking to his right now, his left. He's got some pressure. There is that man, number 3, Quentin Jordan, fighting off the blocker and gets the sack back to the 21-yard line. So I tell you what, Quentin Jordan.
But Jordan is a good two-way ball player himself.
Yeah, too much strength there, and he just plowed over the blocker, and the guy was trying to block him, and Jordan, being blocked, and just reached around and grabbed Ryan Blocker and threw him down for the sack back to the 20. It looks like maybe 22-yard line. So it will be second and goal at the 22-yard line for the Beavers. The Bulldogs defense stepping up. Blocker with 3 receivers to his right, and the handoff going back to the left, and that is Crocker. Crocker then cuts it back to the right.
Wow.
And Crocker got some positive yards there down to about the 16.
He delivered a little something when he got up in there.
Well, he is doing that every time. Check it. They marked the ball at the 17. But, yeah, Sam Blocker, putting the shoulder down. I said block. Sam Crocker. Forgive me, Sam Crocker, putting that shoulder down. And some movement on the defense. Edwin, you got to watch the ball. Be patient.
Got to watch it. Sit in there.
So that's going to give the Beavers 5 more yards, unearned, if you will. And that was a big number 57, Matua Whalen, the junior, just a little anxious there. So that takes the ball down to about the 12-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal to go for Ballard at the Garfield 12-yard line. The nose of the football just to the 12. And if you just joined us, 2:59 left to go here in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 21-21. And what a game it has been, back and forth. And so quarterback Ryan Blocker looking to his right. He's got a receiver over the middle. He hits him down, and that, I believe, is going to be
it's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Ballard. The Beavers, that was number 80, Tim Gaston. And I tell you what, quarterback Ryan Blocker put it on him. He threaded the needle.
He couldn't drop it if he wanted to.
Man, he fired that in and got Tim Gaston for a 12-yard touchdown. So Ballard making the Bulldogs pay.
That was a great series of plays there by Ballard.
Yeah, they were going backwards with the penalties and the sack, but a couple of good plays there. And that last one, 12-yard touchdown pass from Blocker to Tim Gaston, and then the extra point.
Beavers.
So, with 2:44 left to play here, Edwin, in the third quarter, Ballard takes a 28-21 lead over the Garfield Bulldogs. And you may hear some fans in the background, just a little bit more activity here. That's because the restrictions have been loosened a little bit, and we have some of the family members here, not a lot, but a few family members here on both sides of the field. And so we are sitting directly in front of, I'd say, about 25 or so of Ballard family members cheering the Beavers on here. And the same thing for Garfield across the field, as well as Garfield has their cheer squad.
Well, they can do what they want, but they better not bother with my blanket.
They can't have your blanket.
No, sir.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to take a sip of this hot tea.
I drank all mine, and I didn't put enough honey in it. But it was hot, Rick, and I had to get it down.
Yes, sir. It warms the belly. So, and you can hear, and Edwin, for that reference, when I said the Hawk and then Spencer, that was Avery Brooks. If those of you that are old enough remember the old series Spencer for Hire, Robert Urich, and Avery Brooks.
And his muscle.
Yeah. Avery Brooks was the man, and he played the Hawk. And had a spinoff, and I think it was only maybe 1 or 2 seasons, but a big Avery Brooks fan. And on the return, Reggie Witherspoon Jr. and then gets tripped up. So Witherspoon came to the right, then was looking back to the left, and just couldn't get his footing, Edwin, and tripped and went down, disappointed in himself.
Rick, I think if he would have got his footing,
oh man,
he could have picked up 2 blocks, and then it was going to be a foot race.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. Like his daddy, young Witherspoon's got some wheels. He can go. But he just couldn't get his footing, and so he goes down at the 22-yard line. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 on their own 22-yard line. 2:33 left to play, trailing 28-21. Anyway, I was saying, Edwin, I remember I went to my first year for the Sonics. The All-Star game was in Denver, and was in the elevator, and lo and behold, the door opens, and who walks in? Avery Brooks.
Did he have his pistol with him?
And I know the pistol. The ball's down to Quentin Jordan. And Quentin Jordan got the handoff, was being tackled. He dropped the ball. It was knocked out. And Ballard comes up with it. The Beavers with a big defensive play. Turnover. And Quentin Jordan standing there. He is frustrated, disappointed in himself. He had the ball, Edwin. He was hit. The ball came out bouncing. He wasn't able to get it. The Beavers recovered, and they'll take over 1st and 10 on the Bulldogs' 14-yard line.
Well, hey, Rick, that's because he's a tough runner.
Yeah.
And he was bouncing off bouncing off tacklers.
Trying to make a play, trying to make something happen. Yeah.
I ain't mad at him.
So the Ballard Beavers take over 1st and 10 on the Bulldog 14-yard line, leading 28-21. And Edwin, they are threatening to add to the lead, and Blocker's got a receiver in there. And The pass was there, and then so I believe he was looking for, if I'm not mistaken, that was Nowlin Iwaliko, and Iwaliko, and could not hold on to it, and good defensive play there. A couple of Garfield defenders there. Among them, I believe, was number 5, Angus Vlacity, and that falls incomplete.
Hey, that was some good football they played right there these last 2 series.
Yeah, really has been.
Some good football.
So 2nd and 10 for the Beavers at the Bulldog 14-yard line. Quarterback Ryan Blocker in the gun. He's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to take it up the middle himself. And he is met at the line. It's maybe a yard or 2. That was number 13, D. Dukes, filling the hole.
Wow.
D. Dukes, maybe a yard gain, Edwin.
Hey, that's another one of the mighty mites they got on a Garfield team.
Yeah, D. Dukes came up, filled the hole, and he said, Mr. Blocker, no, you are not going any further than this. So
please don't be confused by my size.
Yeah. So 1 yard gain to the 12-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Beavers at the Garfield Bulldogs 12-yard line. Defense trying to have a stand here and keep the Beavers out of the end zone. Blocker and the handoff, kind of that kind of delayed draw, but the Bulldogs looking for it that time, and so not a lot of running room for Sam Crocker. He gets about 2 to the 10-yard line, so that'll make it 4th and 7, and in comes the kicking unit for the Ballard Beavers.
Garfield played some stout defense there.
Yeah, they really did. Big stand there for the Bulldog defense. So the ball's going to be spotted down. Edwin looks like at about the 17, 18-yard. I'm going to say 18, so it'll be a 28-yard field goal attempt for kicker. It's up and a little. Well, that was I don't know what I want to call that. That was a knuckleball and wide to the left, no good. And so for a kicker. And I'm looking on here, I believe that is Grant Gerald, number 58. And, yeah, he just was not able to get any elevation on it, so it was really kind of a knuckleball. And so the Bulldog defense and the Bulldogs survive a scare there.
They held them.
Yeah, they really did. So the Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. 56 seconds left to play here in the third quarter, trailing 28-21. So quarterback EJ Strong's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Single back is Quentin Jordan, and Cowling looking now. He's scrambling to his left, and he's got a receiver open, and a great adjustment on the ball. Edwin, and a catch by Vince Scully. Vince Scully adjusted, came back, and the defender was there, but did not have a recognition of where the ball was. And Scully, again, high-pointed, went up and got the ball, and just a great play by Vince Scully, and giving the Bulldogs a first down on the 39-yard line. So 35 seconds, 34 clock is ticking, left to go in the third quarter. And the Bulldogs, 1 receiver to the right, 2 on the right side to the field on the left, and then kind of a slot back. Quentin Jordan, the lone back. And we've got a flag flying. Let's see what I'm going to say false. Edwin, I didn't see no movement. I'm not sure what and now Quentin Jordan comes to the referee and kind of asking him, trying to get an indication of what it was. Now the referees, hold on. So maybe it was a lineup. So we're trying to see the referees kind of having okay, so but the penalty is going to stand. It's a 5-yard false start penalty on the Bulldogs.
They're flashing numbers.
So the ball goes back to the 34-yard line. So with 19 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, and the clock beginning to start again, the Bulldogs have a 1st and 15 to go, trailing 28-21. And just a moment as we go in between quarters here, we'll throw it to Daniel Bellis, who will give you an update on the scores. And EJ coming on, scrambling to his right, and then he's going to throw back across the field. He's got a receiver there. Oh, and a great defensive play coming up by number 14, David Waters. And I tell you what, Cameron had Raleigh Canale there, and he was just not able to bringing in a great defensive play there. David Waters came and knocked it loose. So that's going to do it for the third quarter. But wait a minute, there's a flag back in the backfield. So let's see what the call is. Looks like it's coming against the Bulldogs. So we may have one more play here in the third quarter.
Hey, let's go,
Bob. So holding on the Bulldogs. So that will conclude the third quarter. Now it was a 1st and 15 play, so let's see where they mark it off. So it could likely be a repeat of that down. We'll see what happens as they go down to the other end of the field. So with that, I'm going to throw it to Daniel B, and he's going to update us on what's going on around the city. Daniel?
Here with another score update right here on your community station, Rainier Avenue Radio. Your scoring update brought to you by For Culture. As the cultural agents funding agency for King County, For Culture works to make our region vibrant. 3 other games here in the Metro League are all finished up. Seattle Prep a huge upset over Eastside Catholic, dethroning the undefeated team to now put both squads at 3-1 on the season, with one more scheduled event next week and then 2 more that'll be based on performance. In a very close contest, Chief Self defeated Lakeside for 2 in the final seconds and did not make it, giving Chief Self a win by 1 point. And O'Day blasted it on Bishop Blanchette 47-28. O'Day was led by 5 touchdowns by Jason Brown. The Franklin West Seattle game was canceled. And tomorrow, Roosevelt Rainier Beach at 3 p.m. Nathan Hale Cleveland at 6 p.m. Back to your third quarter action right here. Fourth quarter action with Rick Dupree and Edwin Bailey.
Thank you, Daniel. And
Thank you, Daniel.
Okay, Edwin, I'm a little confused here. So there is a penalty. It goes back. So it looks like there's 12 minutes on the clock. It looks like it's 1st and 25. And so I think they're playing one more play to end the quarter. That's it. And so the clock's not running. So that's what happened. You can't end it on a penalty there.
Right.
So the pass out to Rowley Canale and out to about the 29-yard line. So that's going to end the third quarter now. So again, what happened was there was a holding penalty on Garfield. You don't have a penalty. And so even though the clock has expired and it was set back to 12 for the fourth quarter, they did not run the clock, just ran that one play to conclude the quarter. So we will move into the fourth quarter, and the Bulldogs, it looks like they will have a 2nd and about 19, maybe 20 yards to go. We'll see where they spot it as they go down to the other end of the field. And Edwin, while they're doing it again, I want to just recognize our sponsors with the For Culture and the the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle. And this broadcast, Edwin, brought to you by the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle. And the Urban League implements its mission within Seattle and King County, the service area, through advocacy, direct programming, community outreach, and coalition building. There are 5 major pillars of focus in both housing, education, workforce development, health, and policy. And also, Culture, a broadcast sponsor of our 2021 high school football broadcast. And if you're in creative work of arts, history, or historic preservation, look to For Culture. They are funding that. They have a grant application available. Apply by April 28th. Go to forculture.org for more information. And we are ready to start the fourth quarter here. The Bulldogs and E.J. Keminen looking and breaks a tackle. He's got a receiver and just overthrows it. Oh, Edwin, he had a receiver, but he did a great job of breaking the tackle, not being sacked, and just overthrew. He had Canale there, and he just overthrew it. And so that's going to make it the third down.
You know, I'm just sitting here looking at something.
Yes,
Why is it that both of these teams got the dark jersey?
Yeah, I noticed at the beginning of the game they got the dark jersey and the really close dark purple and black.
Yeah,
that is confusing. Now Ballard, it's Garfield, and they're all purple helmets, jerseys, and pants. Ballard with the black helmets and jerseys and white pants. But yeah, that I don't know, Ed. So we got a third, about 20 to go for the Bulldogs. Start of the fourth quarter, trailing 28-21. And Kemmening got the receiver there. And let's see. They say
Incidental contact.
Yep. Say incidental contact, inadvertent. So it looked like the receiver was Quentin Jordan, I believe. Yeah, and just kind of ran up on the DB, and he went down while the ball was in the air, but it was not pass interference. So that's going to fall incomplete and force a 4th down. The Bulldogs will have to punt it away. And my man, the Hawk, is out.
Not looking at this coach out there with them short pants on.
Come on. Edwin, I was saying earlier, it's my first year with the Sonic, also from Denver. In the elevator, and the elevator door opens, and in walks Avery Brooks. And I'm a huge fan of his, but man, as a grown man, I froze. And then, brother, how you doing? The punt and the return here is number 14, David Waters. He got some room, a flag. He's going to be dragged out of bounds at just across the midfield by Finn Scully, but Edwin probably a hold back around the 40-yard line. Let's see what the call is. But yeah, Edmund, I was in that elevator and I froze, man. I should have said, man, Avery Brooks, what's up, my brother? Hawk Spencer, what's up? I didn't say anything, man.
That's good. You might have had that big pistol with it.
You might have pulled that thing, I think, as big as I am.
Man.
Yeah, the call going against Ballard, so it's going to come back. So again, we just appreciate you joining us on our broadcast, and I hope you are enjoying these high school games that we were able to bring you. And Ballard will start out first 10 on the 37-yard line. Leading Bulldogs 28-21, 11:35 left to play in the ball game. We are live at Memorial Stadium. Edwin Bailey, the Let's go, dude. It's live, and watch it on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch right here on radio.world. So Ryan Blocker, new running back there, Edwin, and he powers out to the 44-yard line. Let's see what number that is. That is number 24, I think. Michael 34. That is a Milan Bailey, 590 pounds.
Oh, I like him.
So Milan Bailey, a pickup of about 7 yards. And off Bailey, right side, Bailey, both hands on the ball, protecting the ball, and gets the first down out to about the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield. And I'll tell you what, if you keep doing that, give you 6-7 yards to pop. We'll take that.
Bailey got to be a tough guy.
So Milan Bailey, 2 carries and has a first down.
Give it to him again.
Yeah, stick with it. So,
where the flag come from?
Ryan Blocker was, and again, there were 20-some-odd seconds on the play clock, and Ryan Blocker was in the gun and then looked to the sideline and looked like he may have changed the play, and then the referees blew the whistle. And yeah, Edwin, I'm not sure. I didn't see any movement. And it looks like they're calling some Ryan Blocker kind of shaking his head. I'm with you, young man. Let's see what the call is. So the referee now, you know something. They're at the 45-yard line conferring. Yeah. They don't know.
Yeah, they ain't got a clue.
You know what? Pick it up and let us play. Get out the game.
I'm not going to say nothing. They might get me for 15.
If you're enjoying Rick and Edwin on this call, we are a community radio station, and we have over 80 volunteers. Make a donation if you'd like to. Just go to the Rainier Avenue Radio.world website and go to donate, and anything that you would like to donate will assist us and help us. We have incredible programs where we have student interns back.
Thank you, Tony P. And they pick up the ball. 39-yard line for the Ballard Beavers.
Hey, Tyler Ernst, make a donation, man. Put in the old deep pockets.
28-21 is the score. Ballard leading Garfield. 10:30 left to play in the ball game. And there on the defensive side, so Yamani Howell with the stop. And the running back again, that was number 34, Milan Bailey. And he will come off the field. Milan Bailey giving Sam Crocker a rest. Crocker back in the ball game. Yamani Howell with the stop and stopping Bailey for only a 2-yard gain. So the Beavers with the ball now in Garfield territory at the 49-yard line. 2nd and 8 to go. 10 minutes left to go in the ball game, and they lead it 28-21.
He's got to be a Bailey. He's got to be tough.
Built it the same way, too.
Hey, he might be from North Carolina.
And off there, Buddy Howell again. Oh, making a stop and saying, I'm sorry, Mr. Crawford. No, you cannot. Maybe a yard get on at the line of scrimmage at the 49-yard line. So Yamani Howell, tell you what, he's saying, hey, we got to make a stop here, defense. Let's make a play.
3rd and 8.
So 2 plays in a row.
Hey, you gotta watch out for a lady. You.
And Mom, I hope I'm getting it right if you're listening. Rick Dupree, and if I'm getting it wrong, blame Coach Reggie Witherspoon. No, I'm just kidding. Don't blame Coach Spoon. Spoon, you should thank him because he the pass out and the receiver's open, and that is number 10, Kalen Johnson. And Johnson's got some room. He's got a first down and then some, and then a late flag. Tell you what, Kalen Johnson ran kind of a stop pattern, came back to the ball. And you like to see that, Edwin, and caught it with the hand, made a move, avoided a tackler.
His name is what? Kalen?
Kalen Johnson.
Kalen Johnson stopped twice.
Making guys miss. And Kalen Johnson, he is on his way to Simon Fraser University, and there's going to be a flag on the play, as I said, it's going against Ballard. And I believe it may have been, so it looks like a first down. They're going to give Ballard, but a hold. Let's see. Actually, Edwin, let's see what they're. Okay, so they're saying first down. They're going to move the sticks to the 37-yard line. I'm not totally sure, Edwin. I'm not quite clear on that one.
I tell you what, that young man is a smooth receiver.
Yeah, Kalen Johnson.
Good night.
And again, thanks to Kalen's dad. We talked at halftime and gave us a little information on and helped me make sure I'm pronouncing names correctly. I'm still getting I apologize for that. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Beavers on the Garfield 37-yard line. 8:35 left to play. Some movement. And one of the referees is indicating it's movement on the ballot. No, they're going to say timeout. Timeout. So 8:22 left to go in the ball game. And we have a game here, 28-21. Ballard leading the Bulldogs. And Ballard trying to add to its lead. It's got the ball 1st and 10 on the Garfield 37-yard line. And hope you're enjoying the second of our doubleheader here at Memorial Stadium. And by the way, we will be bringing another doubleheader right here at 5 o'clock Lakeside in Cleveland, followed by Franklin and Lincoln right here on Rainier Avenue Radio .world. You can hear it as we continue to bring you live coverage of Metro League football. And then a couple of weeks of kind of round-robin play. So there's no state playoffs this year. But the Metro League and Seattle School District are trying to give young athletes as much length as they can to get the round robin, and that'll wrap up the season. And then we will be going into, I believe, basketball. Basketball will begin, and as Tony B said earlier, we hope to bring you another couple of other sports, broadcast of other sports, and trying to spread the love. So Ballard, the handoff, right side, stiff arms, and he's run out of bounds, and that is number 13, D. Dukes. Oh, check that. That is number 23, Dylan Stefferson. And Stefferson with the stop there, the senior.
Knowledge. If he goes in, I got to let him go and stay out. Okay? Press the guy.
35. With that, so
yeah, for sure.
Press him right now. Do not get it.
And a long
Right
15 to go in the ball game. And the handoff. That's up. Oh, breaks the tackle.
Man.
Finally brought down. He's going to have the first down. The tackle by the Bulldogs, but not after Sam Proctor making one tackle miss and then running through the second tackler. And he's going to be brought down. They're going to stop the ball about the 6-yard line.
I got to let him go and stay out. If he's doing it, number 11 coming out.
So the Beavers trying to answer their 7-point lead here, 7:45, and the clock is moving. So time beginning to be a factor here for the Bulldogs, although they have had a couple of big plays, so they have shown they can go a long way in a hurry.
Yes, sir.
Snap right now. Get on him.
And now another flag.
Oh my goodness.
Edwin, let's see what they call.
Well, yeah, I mean, what? He's just losing it. It must be. Got to be losing it.
Come on, man. So Ballard calls a timeout with the we're in football season, not basketball yet.
Turn it loose, Rick. Let it go.
Yeah, let it go.
Take a deep breath.
Let it go. You know, I always say that, man. And I always, I used to have locks. I grew my hair out and twisted it.
Oh boy!
But
hold on. Let me put on my hip waders.
My locks was nice. But let me tell you something. I always said, if the hair starts to go, I will cut it. I ain't gonna try to hold on to it.
Oh boy!
And I let it go. When I see something, I'm like, bro, just let it go, man.
Turn it loose.
Man, let it go. Shave it. It's gonna look better than having that horseshoe around your head. Come on up in this joint. Okay, we've got a 1st and 10 for the Beavers at Garfield 25-yard line. That great Ryan Black. And you know where to go. Number 50. And again, I apologize. We don't have the number 50 on the roster. It was Michael Montgomery, and he switched numbers. The number 50 and took his helmet off.
I think he got stuck in the eye.
Yeah, he took his helmet off. So he is. And I believe he's going to have to come out.
Come out of the game.
Yeah. Come out for at least one play. So again, if you're listening and know who number 50 is, let us know. So there was a late switch. Coach Witherspoon let us know Michael Montgomery was going to be playing some tight end for him tonight, and so he switched from number 50 to 45. And we don't know who's number 50. But number 50, a great play there, a stop for a loss of 1 yard. 2nd and 11 yard line for the Beavers. 3 receivers to the right for Ryan, or to the left, I should say, for Ryan Blocker. 1 to his right, and going back is number 20, Sam Crawford. And Blocker looking, he's got some pressure, and he's going to go down.
Oh, good rush.
Big loss back to the 37-yard line. Ball's out, but he was down. And among the Garfield players there, we've got number 3, and that is the big guy, Quentin Jordan. Who else is back there? Number 44. That was Uriah Givens. Among the guys getting the sack there, it's going to take it back to the 37-yard line. And I'm going to tell you what, the Garfield defense, when they've had to step up, I mean, still, it's only 3rd down.
They've been solid.
They have been solid. They've stopped some drives that could have put this game out of reach and give their offense a chance. They've got to get a couple more stops here. So it's 3rd and about 20 to go for the it's a little bit high, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, that's a great play. We have called that man's number of Ben Scully. Ben Scully with the one-handed interception. And turnover there, so the Garfield defense once again steps up. And that's a big play, Edwin, because you're in 4-down territory, and you never know what would happen. So to get that turnover, 5:58 left to play, the Bulldogs early 28-21.
The ball boy. Yeah, I think that's the ball boy. Just made a better catch. Scully catch.
Did it?
He threw the football off the field. He got it behind his back.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
But there was no pressure. It wasn't in the game.
No, it wasn't in the game. He didn't have one helmet.
Ben had it. Ben Stiller, we have called his name several times. He has played a great game and just a great interception there. So the Bulldogs will take over 10 on the 19-yard line. So Edmund, they've got 81 yards to go and just under 6 minutes, 5:58 left to go in the game. So they've got to mount a drive here. And looks like the Bulldogs want to discuss it. So they call it timeout. Timeout in the action. And with that, we will keep it right here. And again, you may hear some background noise, some fans in the background. And that is you are hearing fans. That is accurate. The first 3 weeks we have had no fans in the stands. The restrictions have been relaxed a little bit, and so families can be here. A number of families and they are in the middle section between the 40 and the 40-yard lines, and on the lower level. And so in front of us are about 25 or so family members of the Ballard Beavers, and then looking across the field, the same thing for the Garfield Bulldogs. And that's big for these athletes to have families here cheering them on.
Hey, Rick, that's huge, man. And I mean, and you know, and they got about 4 cheerleaders over there.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have their cheer squad, and they can sit down most of the game.
Yeah, they got stirred up a little bit over there now.
They got busy. Okay, so the Bulldogs first and 10 take over. Quarterback DJ Kempton in the gun, and a quick out to the receiver, and he's going to be thrown down at about the 25. But that's going to be I'll take that first down. Yeah, that was number 81. And again, I apologize if I am mispronouncing his name. I'm calling it Raleigh Canali. Could be Canal. If you're listening and you know, let us know. Give us a phonetical spelling, and I'll get it right. So the Bulldogs, pick up about 7. You're right, Edwin. Yeah. So nice pickup on first down. Lemonong's got balls on the right hash. He's got 2 receivers to the wide side on the left and 2 on the right. And the handoff to Quentin George. George got some room.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a low coming at you. Across the 30-yard line for first down. And I tell you what, Edwin, that's maybe the formula to drive down and get the ball in the end zone. 5 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Bulldogs 21. Edwin, again, no state playoffs. You go for 2 to 4.
Oh.
Go for it. You go to win.
Go to win.
Bulldogs not happy. I think it's going to go against the offense. So again, those are the little errors at this critical part of the ball game you cannot have.
It'll make you crazy.
So it goes back to the 28-yard line. That'll make it 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs on 28-yard line. 4:47 left. They've got to be a pick. 8:21.
Let's go.
2 receivers to the right. Ball on the right hand. Quentin Jordan. This is back. And pressure coming, and there's going to be the ball's down, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a face mask penalty, and the ball's on the turf. He got it knocked out, and Ballard came up with it, but it's going to be nullified because as Ballard's defender was coming in trying to make the sack, they inadvertently grabbed DJ Kemenong's face mask penalty. And so we'll wait for the official call here.
Robbie!
And Ballard leading personal foul, face mask. And so I think if it's inadvertent like that, he didn't hold on to it. It'll be a first down. That's
5, right?
Let's see there.
Oh, they're giving him the 15. He's getting the 15.
Yeah, he is. About the 38, maybe 39-yard line where they're spotting it. And I've got to get up to about 40. And about 4 yards to go.
Back up.
There.
Oh, offensive tackle. You can't do that.
Tackle moving, and the pre-snap is going to be.
You can't do that.
And that's the second mental error in this before the snap. And
he must have played tight end or something before. On you down.
Yeah. So that's going to go against the Bulldogs. That will now make it 1st and 9. The third. Receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and now in motion. I believe that is number 6. And the pass to Cochran. He's in the flats. He's got some room. He cuts it back. Makes a tackle and goes down. And right around the first down is Jacoby Cochran. Tell you what, Ed, he was a step away.
I kind of figured he was going to run that. I guess they call that a drag route.
Yeah. He came in motion and then just went out in the flat and quick out to him. That's going to be a first down out to the 44-yard line. So good play calling there by Coach Witherspoon and his offensive staff. I tell you, I coached Reggie Witherspoon, and he could run. He could fly. And I did everything I could to get him out the flats, get him the ball where he was out in the open and use his speed and his elusiveness. He's doing that with some of his players here. Ball's on the left hash, and E.J. Cummings got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if I'm not. Coming on under pressure. He's going to be sacked back at the 34-yard line. Great play by the Beavers. I believe that is, the running back. We've been calling his name quite a bit. Number 20, Sam Crocker.
Nah, he's a linebacker.
And along with, I believe that was number 5 with him, Aiden Theory. And a big play by the Beavers for the sack, taking the Bulldogs back to the 35-yard line. The clock is ticking, and it is not in the Bulldogs' favor. 3:08 left to play. That's going to make it second and about 19 yards or so to go. Big sack there by the Ballard Beavers. DJ coming on in the gun, and another flag. Let's see what the call is, Edwin. I don't know. And Reggie Witherspoon on the field. He is not pleased. Looks okay. So it looks like, Edwin, I think the play count was about to run out. Yeah, he had to call a timeout. And Coach Witherspoon is hot. Oh, my goodness. He is not happy right now. He is giving his players the business.
Yes, sir.
And, again, there's been 2 critical errors, 2 false starts, and then that play, you gotta have game and game awareness. You got to know what's going on, field awareness. And just a couple of things there. Reggie Witherspoon is not happy. So he had a few words, and then the team runs back on the field.
Oh, yeah, they came out of that huddle fast.
They're not going to line of scrimmage now.
That's always a sign.
So Bishop Witherspoon, if you listening and watching,
he didn't say it. He didn't say anything ugly, Bishop. He did not say nothing ugly.
Your son showing his leadership authority there. And he's got a receiver open, and that is Jacoby Cochran, and he cannot hold on to it. So that's going to make it third down. It's third down for the Bulldogs, about 19. I say about eyeball it.
I'll tell you what, that wind is blowing.
Oh, yeah. The hawk is out, baby. The Bulldogs third, 19 at the 35-yard line. They got to get it all the way down to the 36-yard line. DJ Cameron's got 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left, and he's got a rush. He avoids it, but he's going to be tackled. And Edwin, there is that man, number 11, Nowlin Awaliko. And Awaliko getting in with the sack. There's a flag that looks like down.
Flag on the ground. I just.
So let's see what the call is. But Awaliko in there, and tell you what, we continue to call his name on some big plays, Edwin. He has played a game.
Be it offensive, defensive, or special team.
So the referees confirm. We'll see what the call is here. We're not sure yet. If you're just joining us, there's 2:39 left to play in the ball game. Ballard leading Garfield 28-21. The Bulldogs started the scoring. We're up 7-0. Ballard tied it and then got and this is going to go against the Beavers. Ballard tied it up and then took a 14-7 lead in the Bulldogs at the very end of the first half. Got a big play and a score for the touchdown to tie it up. So went into the halftime tied. Contested ball game. So the field is on the 50-yard line, and they're showing fourth down on the So this could be the ball game, Edwin, here. Fourth down and about 11 to go. The Bulldogs
roll him out. Don't set him back there.
And the rush is coming. He's got a receiver. Oh, he cannot pull it in. The pass was just behind Jacoby Cochran, and he was not able to pull it in. He was Edwin in the pass just behind him. He had to spin around and just was not able to pull it in. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. And E.J. Cameron had pressure coming, was able to get the ball off, but again, behind his receiver. So that will be a turnover on downs. And the Beavers will take it over with 2:23 left to play, leading 28-21. And the ball is spotted on the 38-yard line. Excuse me, the 43-yard line of the Bulldogs.
I tell you what, it must be real cold up there in Ballard. One coach, two coaches got on sharp pass, and the other one, you know, he just chilling.
Right side cuts it up, and he got some positive yards. I'm going to give him about 5. Let's see.
He got the helmet right on the side. That's not boy. He run hard and he got good balls. It's a good time for him to be in there.
Coming off the field after that play is Sam Crocker.
Yeah, I had to pull him out after that hit.
He picked up about 5 on it, so it's 2nd and 5. The ball's at the 38-yard line. 1:45 left to go.
Get the ball!
Oh my goodness, they left me run.
Yeah. At the last minute, the Bulldogs along Bailey on the left. And Bailey does a good job of staying bound. And Bailey is pick up back off. Crocker back in. And Edwin maybe 2 yards there. But the bigger play was that he stayed in bounds. And so 3rd and 3 balls at the 36-yard line of the Bulldogs. Minute left to play here, and Ballard leading 28-21.
Watch the ball! Watch the ball!
Trying to get set players moving. Let's see what they call. So Bulldogs were kind of moving around, but not jumping off the ball. They're just getting position situated on the defense, and they're going to call it. Looks like on the offense.
Hey,
Let's start on the offense. They're going to take it back 5 yards to the 41-yard line. So with 53 seconds left to go in the ball game, Beavers with the pigskin and the lead, 28-21, and they've just got to hold it for another 53 seconds to get the win. So Edwin, I'm seeing there's a slight delay. Although no, Ballard just taking their time, letting the play clock run down. In the because the game clock is running. You got to get a 5-yard penalty. And for the hand, he makes a move up the middle and gets it down to about the 38-yard line, stopped by number 50. And it's going and that's going to make it 4th down. So your game is not over yet, Edwin. 4th and 5, balls on the 38-yard line.
That clock management was not the best.
No, it really was not.
Watch the ball!
Timeout on the field. So to set the stage, we have 40 seconds left to play in the ball game. Ballard leading Garfield 28-21, and the Beavers have a 4th down and about 5 to go on the Garfield 38-yard line. And also, real quickly, want to remind you, join us next Friday night as we'll bring you another doubleheader right here at Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, or rather Lakeside and Franklin. Forgive me if I could read. Lakeside and at 5 o'clock, followed by Franklin and Lincoln at 8 o'clock. And right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And again, a big thank you to the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle and For Culture for being the power behind this broadcast and allowing us to bring this to you in the comfort of your living room, your bedroom, could be your bathroom, wherever.
Here come Billy. Here come Billy.
So they reset the clock to 45 seconds, and now strategy going on here. And I think maybe Coach Humphrey trying to see what Garfield was lining up in. So another timeout of 40. The clock has been reset from 40 to 45 seconds. And I don't know why you do anything else other than go for it, Edwin. I mean,
hey, that's what I would have did.
Yeah,
I wouldn't take no chance.
Yeah, right. You could be blocked. It could be a lot of things that happen. So
it's a plethora.
And that somebody way back. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a quick kick and a short kick. It hits down out of bounds. Let's see, they're going to mark it at about the 18-yard line. So we got 40 seconds left to play, and the Bulldogs see if they can go in their bag of tricks and get a big play here, because they've got to go 82 yards if they want to at least try to tie this game up or get the win. So right now, 40 seconds left to play. Ballard leading Garfield 28-21. Garfield 1st and 10 on their own 18-yard line. And Ballard in somewhat of a prevent defense, but not too much of a prevent. They got the safety up there in the middle of the field. And quarterback DJ Cameron, he's under pressure, throws it up. He's got a receiver on the sideline, and that is Cochran. And Cochran keeps in bounds, though. Got to get out of bounds in that situation, Edwin. I know he's trying to make a play.
Yeah.
Got to get out of bounds. Now the clock is stopped because the chains are moving, so Garfield's taking advantage of it. Now the clock starts, and Hammond does a good job, and it just spikes it, so that'll make it. The clock will stop at 25 seconds, and the ball is on the 34-yard line. So the Bulldogs, this is not over yet, and they have shown they have big playability, Edwin. So
They have.
Again, 28 26 seconds left to play the ball game. And what an impressive showing by both teams. And, tell you what, hats off to Ballard, Ross Humphreys and his staff, and Reggie Witherspoon and his staff at Garfield. Well played game. And we have enjoyed bringing this to you. So the snap, and Kevin looking to his right. He's scrambling. He's under pressure, and he's going to get it out there. He's got a receiver there.
And what a play.
Eugene Brown not able to bring it in, and defending there was number 18. Jack Laughlin makes a play there, so that was incomplete. We'll make it 3rd down with 19 seconds left to play.
Hey, number 18 showed a lot of confidence right there. Come on out! And put his hand on the ball and just lightly knocked it down.
Jack McLaughlin coming up, so good defensive play there by young McLaughlin. He is a 5'9", 165-pound junior. So 3rd down, 19 says essentially we got 2 plays left in this ball game, Ed.
Just going on back there.
And the blitz is coming, and he throws it up for the big guy. Oh, and a hit there. He's looking for Quentin Jordan, and as the ball was there, and well played. Trying to see the defensive back there. Come on, open! Ballard defensive back there to separate Quentin Jordan from even making that catch. So we got 1 play here, 14 seconds left to play. The Bulldogs, 4th and 10, no matter how far they got to go. They have the ball on the 34-yard line, and they've got to get it in the end zone. They are 60 yards away, and they've got to play. Timeout. Well, the snap, and it's a bad snap, but Cameron picks it up. He's got a receiver. He's looking deep. He's got a receiver open, and he hits him. And it's the receiver. He's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Garfield. Oh, unbelievable. Oh, I don't believe it. 2 seconds on the clock. Can you believe it? The snap rolled off the ground. He picked it up. And the defense was took it in. My, oh my, in the words of the famous safety house. 2 seconds after the Bulldogs, now the score is 27-28. Hey, you know, you don't have anything to lose. You're going for the glory. You're going for 2. You're going for the win. And I believe that's Coach Witherspoon. Yep, he's got his offense out. So Quentin Jordan is in the backfield. Wide to the right is receiver Finn Scully. To the left.
Call timeout.
9 seconds on the play clock.
What are they doing? Call timeout.
You got to do something. They're going to get a delay a game here. And that is exactly what happened. Edwin, I'm not sure. So there's confusion.
That might be what they wanted, Rick. What do you think?
Get a little bit more room.
Get a little bit more room.
Maybe. So it goes back now to the 7-8 line. Now they're going to go for the. Okay, so Witherspoon decides he's going to have him kick it. So they're going to the spot is on the 50-yard. So this will be a 25-yard extra point try. And this is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The kick is up. And it is blocked. It's no good. It's no good. Ballard wins it. Oh, well, 2 seconds still left to play. But the kick was blocked and his low went under the upright. And you can hear the fans and the Ballard sideline. They are going crazy here, ladies and gentlemen.
This is going to be a good trip back to Ballard tonight. Hey, Rick, I'd squib it. I'd onside kick it.
Hey, why not? You know, and try to get a play. You never know.
Hey, go and make the tackle.
So, Edwin, there was some confusion there, and I'm not sure. I mean, again, it looked like Garfield was going to go for 2, and then E.J. Cameron was there looking to the sideline. There was something. They got a delay of game. They took it back 5 yards to the 8-yard line, and then they tried for the extra point, and Ballard sent everybody in. And
I would onside kick this, Rick.
Yeah.
I'll just touch it.
So, again, to set the stage, the score with an electrifying 60-plus yard catch and run from E.J. Cameron to Colby Cochran, and that made the score 28-27. Ballard, and then the Bulldogs did not convert on the extra point. So that is where the score stands. Play, Ballard leading 28-27.
Eugene, doing right now.
And Edwin, I think you're absolutely right. They're going to squib kick it, and let's see what happens. You know, Water Boys like fans looking, okay, where's my you know what? Where's the one that I'm kicking to? Where's my B? I'm gonna find it. Anyway, so this is it, gentlemen, and the fans are on their feet here. All of the Ballard family here cheering their young men on. And it is just out of the squib kick. It is bouncing, and it is. He might take it all the way, and he's brought down, and that's going to be the ball game. Oh, what a play! What a game! Ballard wins it by a score of 28-27 over the Garfield Bulldogs, and you have seen it right here live on Rainier Avenue Radio. And what a ball game Edwin, I tell you what, and no flags on the field. I see the referees scoring, but hey, that's going to do. So that's going to wrap it up for us here at Memorial Stadium. Ballard, the Beavers, with a big win over the Bulldogs, 28-27. Make sure to tune in next week, next Friday, starting at 5 o'clock right here. And we will bring you another doubleheader, Lakeside and Cleveland at 5, Franklin and Lincoln at 8 o'clock. For Edwin Bailey, for Tony B, for Daniel B, for Taylor Kareen. I'm going to throw it to Daniel in a minute. For our guys on the field, great job. And that will do it for us here. Daniel, I will throw it to you, and you can wrap it up. And I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
That's all final here from Memorial Stadium. Another 1-point final game 2 weeks in a row here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Yeah, an historic win by Seattle Prep over O'Day. First victory over them in over 30 years. And then you follow that up 40 years. Add another 10 on that. And then you follow that up the next week with a 1-point contest that went down to the final seconds again. Ballard over Garfield right here from Memorial Stadium 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks with legendary contests with 1-point differences decided in the final seconds. Seattle Prep was amazing tonight. They definitely just upset Eastside Catholic, giving them their first loss of the year. Behind forcing 5 turnovers, it was 20-7. Seattle Prep taking that contest. And also another close contest between that went down between Chief Self and Lakeside. That was a 1-point contest as well. It went down to the final seconds. In fact, Lakeside tied for 2, and they actually were denied. That's why Chief Self wins by 1. And O'Day with a huge win over District Rank 47-28.
All right. I guess that will do it. And I hope you have enjoyed our coverage here on Rainier Avenue Radio. And again, a big thank you to the Urban League of Metropolitan Seattle and For Culture, helping us bring these broadcasts to you live right here from Memorial Stadium. Again, for Edwin Bailey, Daniel B, Tony B, Taylor Kareem. Thank you for joining us, and join us next Friday for another doubleheader right here on Rainier Avenue Radio.
Everything's unplugged. I can hear myself. Anyway, we're gonna give it over to a regularly scheduled program. The Neon Ghost Show is on Rainier Avenue Radio right now.
All right. Thank you again. And until next week, hey, you know what? It's live radio, and sometimes we got to work it out, but we're working out. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed the broadcast for the team here. Until next week, peace and God bless.
You're doing your own thing. When you do it your way, that's what happens.